and welcome to the We Want Picks live call-in show. We're hopping on. We're hanging out. We do have specific topics.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going to take your calls if you're a member, a premium member on YouTube or the website. We have a link. Click the link. You can hop on the show, ask us a question. If you're a little shy, it's okay to be shy.
Whoa.
You can keep your camera off and keep the audio on. Whatever you want. Ask us anything. I just want to hear you. Talk about the topics. The link, if you're on YouTube, the link is on the community tab. And if you are a premium member on our websort, and have linked your Discord in the premium alerts tab, there's a link there. Hop in. We'll have you on. We'll ask some questions. We'll yuck it up. Listen, a lot of you, new year. You're recovering from the Christmas gifts. Probably spend some money on a new gym membership. If you want $50 to sort of replenish the accounts and get things going again, head on over to wewantpicks.com/bets. We have 4 different betting partners. Each betting partner offers their own advantage. Each betting partner has their own deposit match and stuff like that. And if you use our links to sign up with any one of them and make a deposit, we'll send you $50 as a thank you. It's affiliate marketing. They pay us. We pay you. It's very simple, pretty straightforward. wewantpicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of them. Make a deposit. Fill out the form. We send you $50.
You didn't even introduce me.
Yeah, no, we're good. I'm getting there.
Just kind of went. And I am, my name is Jacob, 2-time cancer survivor, as they're mentioning in the chat. I'm feeling good, though. I appreciate everyone's thoughts and prayers. I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
For those of you who don't know, Jacob wasn't blessed with, the genes that I have, for example. His legs are smaller
than... The 42s.
His legs are small. His legs are small.
I'm a 32 side. I'll push up to 33.
Yeah,
and I'll
32, 22. You fucking short fuck. Anyway, he's not blessed with the same legs that some of us have. His immune system's not great, and he was born allergic to the sun. So our little buddy Jakey boy got himself a little bit of the skin
cancer.
I hate saying it because it makes it sound worse than it is. So they squeezed the pimple and now he's back to life. That's basically Survivor.
$5, you can touch it. Let me know in the chat if you want to.
Premium members, just sign up now to become a premium member. Not only will you get all the bets,
you can touch it.
The optimizer. Jacob will scratch his face into an envelope. We will send you an envelope of his face cancer peelings.
I don't think you can say that because then people are actually
going to. Yeah, no, that is not. They're
going to clone me.
Class action lawsuit.
They're going to clone me, and then they're going to fuck me.
I'm going to be the next MMA lock of the night, but instead of keeping $35,000 of people's money, I didn't mail Jacob's skin flakes.
That was a while. That's the first thing I've ever, because I'm not in the clique or the community or whatever. I don't follow a lot of people on Twitter in the community. And then it just came on my timeline about this guy that was owed $12,000 or whatever it was. Gordon Gambles. I do follow him, and he is owed $12,000. So then I started diving into this. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I mean, that literally is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. As you mentioned, kind of on both sides. Not only the keeping the money, but the fact that people were sending him this much money for these contests. But
I actually have a slide dedicated to that. We'll talk about it for sure. Because, and frankly, a lot of people, he's a scammer. He might be. Like, I don't think he woke up saying, oh, I've got a great idea for a scam.
No, I think
he spent the money. Yeah, he spent the escrow money, and then he was paying old contests with new money. And then the last contest of the year has no new money, and he can't pay it. That's what happened.
Just like in Tower Heist.
He Bernie Madoffed himself.
Right?
Tower Heist, Bernie Madoff, yeah.
Yeah, Tower Heist. It's, by the way, an underrated movie, I think. I think that's one of...
Eddie Murphy's the best, man.
Yeah, I think that's one of your boys' best movies, honestly.
Eddie Murphy's the best. Actually, we got a new...
I mean, Ben Stiller's the best, honestly.
Ivan Bavanko.
Is he one of the most underrated, widespread actors in the world?
Eddie Murphy?
Ever? No. I mean, we know Eddie can do everything. But Ben Stiller, the range of acting that he can do is incredible. He can be a good drama, incredible comedy. It's fantastic.
I love Eddie Murphy. Yeah, he's done a lot of drama. But
I didn't say Eddie Murphy.
I meant to say Ben Stiller. A lot of comedians can go to drama. It's easier for a comedian to go to drama than it is to go the other way.
Like me. I mean, that's why I'm so good.
Yeah, okay. Let me do the premium plug. Seriously, become a premium member. We finally have odds. First of all, we're only 1 weekend away from fights. This weekend, no fights. Next weekend, fights. We're 1 weekend away from fights. Well, anyway.
You know how much those tickets are?
Yeah, they're like $1,500 each for... They're more?
That's like normal. Like the Spivak Lewis, I think it's like $1,450 per person, whatever. $2,500 a person for the Imavov card.
Why? I mean, it's actually a very good fight night card, but it's not
$2,500 a person because they don't have regular tickets, so you have to buy the VIP ticket, which I'm sure it would be awesome. I don't know if it's $2,500 awesome.
I don't think so. Because it doesn't come with anything else.
It comes with the red carpet treatment and the hospitality and all that stuff. And I think you probably get like a goodie bag of stuff. You might be able to meet a fighter or something like that.
I mean, I just paid you for last month. Go.
Well, it's going to take a few
Lock
more
of the
months,
night, your money. Take the money you put aside for taxes. Spend it on this. You'll figure out taxes later.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's actually not a bad idea. Huh?
You'll figure it out taxes later.
I mean, how many people are there? There's 330 million people in the U.S., something like that. I mean, it's like there's no way my little whatever. There's no way they're going to find that. They're not looking for people like me.
Dude, you know what's funny?
They're after big criminals.
You know what's funny? So I have 2 kids, and last year, the government, regardless... Thank you so much.
On the sex.
Twice. Regardless of... I know. I'm batting 1,000. Regardless of... Except they're girls, so I do have weak sperm. Regardless
Speaking of hitting women...
We'll get there. I have a slide for that. Regardless of your income or your tax bracket or any of that bullshit, last year the government just sent everybody who has children like $300 a month for $2,000 worth of months. So you got $2,000 from the government, but it wasn't free money. It was an advance on your tax return. So last year we do our taxes. I paid money. Then I get a note from the government. So I've paid them money. And they send me a note saying, oh, you also owe us $2,000 because on your form here, you didn't write down the $2,000 of your own money we already gave you. So I had to write them another check for $2,000. So backing up, they'll find you and you will pay. They get their money.
Well, it's very rare. I think it's very rare.
They did, luckily for you, well, I'm going to 1099 you, so you're going to have to pay taxes no matter what. But they did, they pushed that whole Venmo, Cash App, PayPal tax thing a whole year. So you don't have to pay taxes on Venmo this year. It's next year. Which is a big deal. Because there's a lot of people running entire bit, like the guy who mows my lawn, Venmo. Anyway. Become a premium member. Now more than ever. A lot of people like, there's no fights for a few weeks. Let me cancel it.
Oh my God, it's next weekend for the love of God. Let's get ahead of things.
I agree.
Holy shit, guys.
We already have like 15-something units of bets going. There are bets on 11 fights for the next event. 11 fights are up. I've got bets on a handful of them, including the premium member parlay. So check that out now. It's only $10 a month for shit's sake. And you never go an entire month without a fight, ever.
That's a great point by Artem. If we get enough people to sign up, I can go to the Apex event. If we get enough people to sign up, I can go to the Apex event, and I think that's a win-win for everyone.
Jacob, we have enough people that have signed up for you to go to the Apex.
Well, I don't think we're not quite there yet, you know.
Okay, well, can I have my Venmo money back then if you don't know how to read numbers? Because you've been getting paid that, Jacob.
Yeah, we're struggling over here.
Okay. Well, anyway, sign up, $10 a month. Not only do you get the picks, the bets, obviously the optimizer. If we were only DFS, I get, maybe cancel, but frankly, you never go a full month without UFC fights. 3 weeks is the longest. You never go a full month. So the optimizer can't use for a couple of weeks, but the bets are there. And yes, we lost the Shavkat Rakhmonov fight. We gave him to you at 315. He ballooned up to 500 before he dropped. Hey, we hopped all over Charles Johnson. before the move. I didn't money line him. Did parlay him, but before that line
what's going on with that? I haven't looked into the fight yet, but holy shit.
He opened as like a minus 120 and went right to minus 500 like super fast. He's fighting, and it's not even... I had a debate, not a debate, but I was talking to somebody about it today.
Autumn said, Charles Johnson at minus 500 is wild, isn't it?
Bruv.
Hey, bruv.
But first of all, follow Artem. Artem's out here doing...
guy, man.
He's a good dude, consistent, a workhorse. He's putting out all of our non-UFC content Artem's doing, and the dude does it on time. Jacob doesn't even do what he's supposed to do on time. Before we went live, I'm begging Jacob to do a little bit of work, and it's like pulling teeth. Artem does it on time, gets it out the door, and it's quality stuff. So give Artem a follow, and Artem, we're revamping premium membership here. So right now, Jacob's hearing this for the first time. Right now, you log in the premium membership, it's bets. It's all my bets, all of Jacob's bets. Then it's picks. My picks, Jacob's picks. We pick every single round of every single fight. A couple other things. Then there's raw notes. It's all the raw notes on every single fight.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's confidence picks. My most confident picks, Jacob's, etc. All that. It's done like that. Each page has mine and Jacob's. We're revamping it so that it's Angelo's. It'll be my picks, my bets, my confidence. Then Jacob will have his own page, his lock of the week, his picks. Lock of the week's not premium, but it'll be there for convenience. His picks, all of that stuff on one page. That opens the door to bring in other creators for our premium. And Artem, you and I can have a conversation. You're a guy we can get on that list. I know you don't bet, but we can figure out how to get you your own page with your own content.
Still get those panties off.
And Jesus Christ. Go from there. Anyway, I've got topics. Before I hit the topics, I was going to say I already need a refill, but considering we're 12 minutes into the stream and I'm already talking backwards, give me a fucking minute. Say something
get your
that's
wife
not
to get you
stupid.
An IV in, huh?
The apple of my eye.
Oh, wait, you really left? Oh, my God. I'm literally not prepared for this. Jacob, how's your life changed since beating cancer? I'll be honest with you guys. It's every single day you just wake up and I'll just stare at the sun. I'll just be like this at the sun. You know, it hurts a little bit, but after a minute or two, you kind of just black out. And that's how I show my appreciation every morning for the hour. I just stare at the sun like this.
Didn't your fucking see-through ass staring at the sun get you into this situation? Fucking allergic.
Well, I'm trying to like, you know, sometimes
you're allergic. Yeah, you fucking facing your fears. Facing your fears. I'm afraid of heights. I'm getting up that ladder. Anyway, I got topics. Guys, don't forget, this is a call-in show. You are welcome to join the stream. If you don't want to, no problem. I have a topic. First topic is because I went, I don't want to say viral because that's a fucking stupid loser thing to say. I did my UFC 283 breakdown early. I didn't have odds. I still don't have odds. Still broke down every fight, gave you my pick, went from there. The Nunes-Zern fight, I broke down the fight. 2 women, I broke down the fight. In the fight, I say Nunes is probably going to be the favorite here. And I think this is a 50-50 fight. I think this fight could easily go either way. But there's somebody out there breaking down fights right now telling you, ooh, Nunes is a 2-1 favorite. Zern is a plus 120 underdog. This is a 50-50 fight. I'm going to put some money on Zern. And I think that's stupid. I think that's absolutely stupid. I personally completely disagree with that logic. People videotape that. All right, there's a high school teacher in Pennsylvania that likes to screen record things that I say. And then he tweets them to try to start Twitter fights. I'm an adult. I'm not going to get into a Twitter fight. It's not going to happen. So Jacob,
I'm not above that. I love that.
Jacob is not not an adult on Twitter. Anyway, So the dude, this high school, senior high school, I know where the high school is, and maybe I get a little squirrely. I'll tell you where. You get over there, get yourself a chicken sandwich in the cafeteria. Anyway, he screen grabs almost every single video I'm in, cuts a piece of it, posts it on Twitter. Honestly, he's probably our best fan at this point. You're literally screen grabbing and tweeting, and that's what I want all of you to do. He grabbed the clip of me saying, that is stupid. Don't take a 50-50 fight and then just bet on the underdog, even if you think the underdog's going to lose. Don't do that. He sent that out, tried to bait me, whatever, and then obviously a million clown emojis underneath because that's what people do on the internet. Then today, somebody else, a large, medium-sized Twitter content creator, put out a tweet that said, I just watched somebody's video. Didn't tag me, didn't say who I was, which is totally fine. I just watched somebody's video where they said, and I'm doing the best that I can to quote it, don't bet on the underdog in a 50-50 fight, whatever. Same, and his point was the same, though. This guy's an idiot. Don't listen to people on the internet. I'm here to talk about my logic and the point overall. Frankly, there are people out there that will say, this is a close fight, and if I can get so-and-so for plus money, I'm going to do it. But that person still thinks that the underdog is going to lose. And I personally am never going to bet on somebody that I think is going to lose. Not never. That's where I'm going next. I'm not going to bet on somebody that I think is going to lose. I'm betting on people that I think I'm going to win. I love underdogs. Jacob has a whole fucking segment dedicated to underdogs. But the difference is...
And I'm probably one of the biggest underdog stories there is, growing up.
You beat the sun. And the sun tried to kill you.
I mean, if you want to keep making... I mean, if you literally want to keep making fun of that fact, then, that's on you. But...
Okay. I will.
If you want to be disrespectful like that.
I'll take whatever karma comes that way. That's no problem.
Karma's for losers, don't forget.
No, dumbass. It's luck is for losers.
Karma and luck is for losers. Nobody on top needs good karma. Nobody on top needs, I wish I had a little bit of luck. The fucking losers. I'm looking at this camera because I think it's that camera, but it says, you fucking loser. Sorry.
What
I have a new camera.
Ladies, ladies. He not only is he single, and yes, he might be allergic to the sun, but he has 2 cameras. That's the kind of wealth and prosperity this young man has.
I've actually got 3.
Where's the third? Under the desk. Anyway.
I think you know where the third one's at.
Where?
It's just a drone in the bedroom.
It's a fucking it's an ear. It's one of those ear cameras that you see on Facebook ads. Anyway, the point here is, if you have a fight that's basically a 50-50 fight. Who's calling me right now?
Oh no! Bitch, it disrupted your mic.
Yeah, we should be good now. We good now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, your audio's lagging on your video on my screen. I don't know if it is on the stream, though.
We good now? Are we good now?
They'll have to tell us.
Somebody called you.
It's like a full second delay on my screen. I don't know if it is for them.
Well, I don't know. Let me finish here.
Hold on. Let me I'll come back.
Anyway. Okay. Goodbye, Jacob. Okay, well, we lost Jacob. Anyway, my point here is that... Jesus Christ, the text I'm getting right now. My point here is, if you have an underdog that you think is going to lose, but you're like, hey, that's good value. Value is the word people like to use. That's good value. That's good value. I'm going to bet on that value. The problem with that logic is, you still think that person's going to lose, and if it's a 50-50 fight, why are you putting money on it? And another example I have is Tai Tuivasa versus Pavlovic. I know you're not actually frozen. I thought Tai Tuivasa, I'll just take you off because I can't look at your weird. You're not actually frozen, are you? He's not frozen.
Damn it. God damn it. Shit.
Disaster. It is a disaster. Anyway, the Tai Tuivasa versus Sergey Pavlovich is a good example because I thought Tai Tuivasa was going to win. You thought he was going to win. Neither one of us bet on him, right? I certainly did not.
Who?
And Tai Tuivasa versus Sergey Pavlovich. You bet on him? I'm about to shit.
I had a first round KO on him.
Okay.
Or something KO on him.
You got, and the odds for that were plus 600.
Yeah.
Because I remember, yeah. Anyway, my point here is that was what we essentially was a 50-50 fight. I said this is a 50-50 fight. You should not be betting on 50-50 fights. And that fight was a perfect example. A lot of us thought Tai Tuivasa was going to win, but I didn't bet on it. Jacob chased some better odds. But if you're going to get plus 120.
Whoa. First of all, don't try to loop me into this. So if anybody's watching this, I don't agree with Angelo on this. So this is Angelo, not me. So don't try to be like, we, because this is your little theory or whatever it is. So. Well,
I'm too conservative to do that. You're going to get people that are going to say, it's a 50-50 fight. And if I can get plus 120, if I'm looking at the numbers, well, that's XYZ. The problem is you don't think that person's going to win that fight. Why would you ever bet on somebody that you think is going to lose at plus 120? Plus 300? Plus 400? That's a close fight.
Isn't that what value is all about?
My point is, it's not value if you think the person's going to lose and it's only plus 120. It's value.
Well, yeah, if you think somebody's going to lose, I wouldn't bet
on
them.
But what people are doing. That's what people are saying. Listen, I still think so-and-so is going to win, but I think it's a close fight. And plus money on the underdog, I'll do that. And that's what I think is stupid. If you genuinely think the underdog is going to win, then do what you want with your money. But if you're only betting the underdog because they're an underdog, that's a dumb way to spend your money. Well, unless we're talking plus 300, plus 400, then it's a whole different situation.
I don't think that it's stupid. I think it's just more aggressive than you want to play it, because I mean that's exactly, and we talked about this a little bit, but that's exactly what I do.
I'm conservative
on the live stream bets. I mean that's how the live stream bets get crazy. I mean we win 20 units some nights doing exactly that. Hey, I think so and so is going to win, but here are the opportunities I see for the underdog. Let's play those. Let's get aggressive here. I think they're going to lose, but let's sprinkle here. But you're going to mention the odds.
But what's different? Yes, the odds are.
When I do that, and this will probably help your point out.
It's for entertainment.
I hardly ever just play the money line. I'm looking for very, very specific. This person buy sub because there's gonna be wrestling, this and that, or this person buy KO because this so and so might get tired, or this and that. So I hardly ever just play the underdog role or the money line, thinking the other person's going to win. I need to be more specific. As you mentioned, the odds need to be worth it to kind of bite that piece off. I need plus 800, plus 1,000, plus 1,200. I'm not going to do it, like you said, for plus 150.
Well, and Artem, I'm pinning all of his comments. Like, okay, Jimmy Flick at 400, at plus 400. That is a decent example. Listen, Jimmy Flick's a decent fighter. There's a lot of unknowns. He's coming back after a few years away. There's a lot going on. Jimmy Flick now at plus 400. There's a world where he wins. You want to sprinkle on him because of the value? Nope. I don't have an issue with that. Half a unit maybe. Jimmy Flick, when the lines opened and he was like plus 100. Stupid. Should not bet that. And then here's a couple of other comments we'll pick.
Flick.
Shut the fuck up.
What if he comes out to that? That'd be an incredible song to come out to.
I've never even heard that song in my life. Anyway, it's called gambling, bro. It's a gamble. I agree, but isn't the point to win money? Because if the point's to win money, I'm a slow and steady guy. I'm up 3 units, 4 units, 5 units a week.
As like a savings account.
I have the mindset, if I lose it all, it doesn't matter. It's not the money I need to pay my bills.
Like you're looking for 1% return on your money.
That's the difference. It's not 1% return, because if I'm up 3, 4, 5 units every single week, you just froze again. I hear you.
Joke.
Yeah, I'm the joke when you have a fucking phallic thing in your mouth and you stopped like that for a minute. I'm the joke. Go get a banana and play that game. Yeah, go pull one of those bananas out of your freezer and play that game again. This fucking guy. Cool freeze. Yeah. Anyway, Listen, that's me. And Jacob's right. I'm more conservative than most people. In my mind...
Well, I think the issue that most people have is you calling it stupid, saying it's stupid. It's not stupid. It's
to
just
me, it's stupid. Different... If you could do... Okay, what's a wiser decision with your money? A 50-50 fight, which you think, not what the odds are saying are 50-50. You think a 50-50 fight, right? A fight that you think, hey, this is close. I still think the favorite's going to win, but this is close. Sure, that's super close. If you... What's a better bet? Plus 120 on that, or a very simple...
I guarantee
hold on,
120 versus you, my odds would move to minus 800. There'd be so much money on me.
Hold on.
Some serious texting.
Yeah, it is.
Read it out loud.
It's a text from my wife about my daughter.
Oh,
She's
God.
having bad dreams. Come in here.
Oh, God.
She said it's from watching sharks shows, and now she's scared. Okay, sorry. She starts a new school tomorrow, and I think that's what's happening here. Anyway, what's a wiser bet? And be a human, don't be Jacob. What's a wiser bet?
Well, you're gonna frame the question so I answer on your side.
No, but this is the choice that people can make.
Well, either plus
one.
Why even ask a question? We know how it's going to be framed.
Great, Jacob said, perfect. What's a wiser bet? Plus 120 on what you think is a 50-50 fight, and you get a little bit of a value on the underdog, or taking two what you think are guaranteed winners and parlaying them and getting minus 120 or plus 100. What's a better bet? The minus 120 every single day is a better bet.
You're talking about two. You have to get two fights right. That's probably the same odds to get two favorites right rather than a 50-50 underdog. And if it's the same odds, I take the plus money. So I think you're
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But that's in my mind.
Take an hour in the mirror and argue with yourself and see if this is fucking stupid.
Well, and frankly, this is coming from I am not a professional gambler, right? Neither one of us are. If you go watch people like what is his name, Joey the Greek, you go watch that guy. He's the guy the UFC brought in. He was like a professional gambler the UFC brought in. The
guy with the teeth like this?
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting. I mean, you guys are getting. Brandon Moreno at plus money after he just won 3 of his last 4 fights, then a draw this last fight. I think that's fantastic odds.
So Johnny the Greek, is the one. He literally says, "I don't watch fights. I don't do tape. It's all strategy." He's a professional gambler with like a genuine, tried and true. Okay,
because if you're going to use him to back your point. You need to stop right now because he's very well known to be a fucking idiot.
That's my point.
Okay,
that's my point. He does exactly what I'm saying. This is a close fight. The underdog here, you're gonna get good value on that. I'm gonna go the underdog plus 120, and then it loses because you don't actually look at the fight. That's the point. It's not worth the risk in half of these if you take your time to spend your money on fights that make sense, get quote-unquote guaranteed wins. I would rather spend 3 units on Shavkat Rakhmonov at minus 315 to win basically 1 unit back than spend 1 unit to win 1.2 units on a plus 120 favorite in what I think is a 50-50 fight. That's the difference there. I'd rather risk 3 to get 1 than risk 1 to get 1 on a 50-50 fight. Essentially,
do you play Baccarat?
No, I'm not 186 years old.
I was just curious.
So overall, my point, that's a professional gambler. I am not a professional gambler. What I am is a logical human being who understands fights and try to find my spots. So if you disagree, great. The people on Twitter, every single person on Twitter that like talked about my quote saying, I don't think you should bet on the underdog in a 50-50 fight unless you think that person's going to win. If you think that person's going to win, Spend the 120 all day, every day. I just bet on fucking Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze. I just bet on Roman Dolidze in the underdog spot. I love underdogs because I was almost positive he was going to win. I outlined why I think he's going to win, how he's going to win, and I bet on him. But if I'm like, listen, I think Roman Dolidze is going to lose this fight, but hey, at plus money, somebody who hits as hard as him and has jiu-jitsu, I'm going to put money. That's a stupid bet. It's a stupid bet. Bet on people you think will win. After plus 400, then bet on whatever you want. I don't care. But that's my point. That's the overall point here. That's the overall point here. Let's move on. Should Dana be fired? What do you think? I'll tell you what I think. And there's a lot of weird energy. There's a lot of weird fucking energy.
I'll say this. I 100% don't think he's going to be fired. I think he made his apology, and they're just going to move on from that. So that's what I'll say on that.
I think, here's my take on the Dana thing. We've all seen the video. His wife slapped him first. He slapped her back, then slapped her again, and then slapped her a third time. He slapped her 3 times. People broke it up. Whatever. And what I will say, what I'm not going to do is talk about should he have hit her? Was it okay for him to hit her? Well, she hit him first. That's not the point that I've ever tried to make.
Well, I will say that you never fucking hit a woman. Even Dana afterwards was like, I always say there's literally no excuse for hitting a woman. And I just, that's just not me.
What I will say is he handled it the best you could handle it. Right? Like, he came out, I did that. I shouldn't have done it. It was stupid.
Oh, I thought you meant like the actual interaction.
No.
No.
I
was like, and if you're one of those people that's like, well, if a woman hits me, then I have the right. Like, you're just looking for a reason to hit her. Like, why would you even want to hit a woman? Like, it's great. Like, oh, if she hits me, then I'm going to hit her back. It's like, what the fuck? What kind of thought process is that? If a woman hits you, just fucking walk away. It's like a kid hitting you. Just walk away.
Well, and this is wrong. WW just said it was a slap as a reflex. That's wrong. So she slapped him. He slapped her back real quick. That one was a reflex. Then he leaned in, came forward, and smacked her again. And then swung a third time, but she's not in the camera, so I don't know if it hit or didn't hit or what. But smacked her 3 times. At least 2 that we saw.
Yeah, because I thought the initial one too was like
pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, it was like boom, and it was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what was
bang.
that?
Sure. Yeah. I'm not saying I condone it, but you could argue the initial one was just a.
It definitely. I mean, there's definitely you can. There's yes, he hit his wife. Did he beat his wife? No, there was nothing like that. It's not like we're saying it's anything like that. But the fact of the matter was, he did hit his wife, which he shouldn't do.
She smacked him. He smacked her. He then smacked her again, and then he swung a third time. Maybe it hit. Maybe it didn't. My point that I made, that people went bananas, lost their mind. Like, this isn't some woke cancel culture take. I'm not like some fake feminist looking for clout.
You're not a feminist, huh?
My point overall was...
if you're a woman in the chat and you're a feminist, then I'm a feminist.
My point overall here was there's not another leader in sports that could get away with that. And if you care about MMA as much as I do, right? If you love this sport as much as I do, if you want to see it grow to what you know it can become, right? We're watching these fights on ESPN Plus. That's huge, right? It's still ESPN, it's still Disney, but it's not ABC. It's not regular ESPN.
You know what I was doing there?
Yeah, the Disney sign. Anyway, my overall point was, I think if you want this sport to become a regular sport, looked at the same way, everybody knows it, casuals know it, it is covered for hours on end on ESPN, not just the 1 hour segment because they're pushing the pay-per-view, but literally analysts, multiple shows on networks just talking about fights, ones that happen, ones that are coming. To be as big as we know this sport can be, you cannot have somebody who smacked his wife more than one time on camera the face of it. You can't, because people already think it's a sideshow sport. People already think that. And then this guy does that, handles it the best he can, the best anybody can handle it, right? Hey, I did it. Shouldn't have done it. It was stupid. We've been married 30 years. It's never happened. We drank. It was dumb as shit. No excuses. Never going to happen again. That's honestly the best way you can handle it. Straight up. But, serious question. You think Roger Goodell could be in that exact same video and keep his job? The NFL commissioner? That's a real question. You don't need to.
No, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I'm literally trying to process the thought of that tape coming out of Roger Goodell, because he literally is, when it comes to the top powerful dudes in sports, I mean, it's him. I mean, NFL is the biggest sport in the entire world. Roger Goodell is the leader of that sport. Honestly, that video I don't think would be enough for Roger Goodell, because it's because it's not like you said. I mean, yes, if he was wrong for hitting her. Absolutely should never do that. And then he said, I'm on the camp that you should never, no matter what. I mean, if your life's in danger, that's a different story. But if a girl slaps you, come on. I mean, you're a dude. Don't fucking hit a woman.
Especially if you're bigger. If it's you,
it's like fighting a kid. Normal, it's like go to a playground, and it's like fucking. I don't know. It just I could never do anything like that. So, but the fact
I think he'd be fine. I think Roger would lose his job. Here's the difference.
It's not like it was like a closed fist, like got super violent. It was like boom, boom, boom. And then it's like, okay, So
I think, first of all, I do think Roger would be fired. And here's why. You and I talked about this like offline, right? We talk about Ray Rice. The NFL originally only suspended him 4 games and tried to sweep it on the rug and be done with it. Then the video came out. The whole world saw it. And the NFL was like, oh, you're banned for life. Oh, of course. Whoops. Yeah, no, we weren't done yet with our investigation. Banned him for life. That was the end of it, right? The reason, and I agree, Dana's not going to be fired here. He's not going to be fired. And I'm going to continue to watch, and this sport will be completely unaffected. Completely unaffected. We will not have any more viewers or any fewer viewers because Dana White smacked his wife on camera. We just won't. It's not going to change a thing, which is fine. It is what it is. Society decided, right? But that's because nobody cares about this sport, and that's my point. If UFC was as mainstream as we want it to be, the cancel culture mob would be after him. Good Morning America would cover it. If Roger Goodell smacks his wife, it's on Good Morning America. Right. If Adam Seaver smacks his wife, it's on Good Morning America. If the head of the NFL smacks his wife, even NASCAR.
Adam Silva. Let's put some respect on Adam's name.
Silver. You said Silva.
Silver. That's what I said. You said
you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking.
You didn't say silver.
Of course I said silver.
No.
And I'm the one drinking. Of course I did. Fucking rewind the tape. Anyway.
Maybe.
Even the head of NASCAR, NHL, every single one of them smacks their wife on camera. That is on Good Morning America the next day. Dana White does it. Nothing. And it's because nobody cares about our sport. It's already a fringe sport. It's already TMZ covered it. That doesn't matter. It's already a fringe sport. New Year's Eve.
It happened, but the news broke New Year's Day, so it's New Year's Day, so nobody really has news broadcasts. And then Monday, I guess they could have talked about it, but
news.
It's like
New Year's Day had news.
So then Monday is like a federal observed New Year's. So nobody's working, so it's not a. And then Monday night, the guy in the NFL takes the stories everywhere. So on Dana's side, I mean, it was pretty good timing.
If you're gonna smack, smack a woman, that's the weekend to do it for sure. But anyway, this isn't some woke cancel culture. Dana should be fired for what he did. I'm saying if you want this sport to become the sport that we all want it to be, Jacob and I make our money off this sport. You guys are giant fans. You guys are giant fans. Don't you want this to be huge? Don't you want Saturday night fights on like ABC and constant coverage when you're getting your hair cut at a Sports Clips?
Ooh.
It just
now
shows.
Got my attention. Now you got my attention because when I go there now, Angelo.
The NFL.
No.
That's it.
A lot of hockey highlights, and I'm not a big fan of the hockey.
Get your hair cut in Canada? Where the fuck are you getting hockey highlights at Sports Clips?
They don't cut their hair in Canada, I don't believe.
I've seen a handful of Canadians. Well, one of them has that long, greasy hair and a mouse face. I don't think they cut that. That's
zero?
No, that's a deep joke. Somebody in the chat will get it.
Oh.
It's for this audience. Anyway, that's my point. Because a lot of people are like, oh, what a beta take. Oh, first of all, that's real like small dick energy. To like vehemently defend a dude who smacked a woman on camera is like, that's such a weird.
Well, that's a big. If your first reaction to a man hitting a woman is like, oh, well, what did the woman do? It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, fuck, man. Like, that's the biggest red flag I've ever seen in my life.
It is normal, man. It's definitely weird energy.
Probably deserved it.
I had this conversation with Bo, my neighbor. We were outside. The kids were playing. We were hanging out. I mentioned my take on this and how people didn't like it. And he was like, listen, I agree, shouldn't have happened, but nothing matters. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to not buy the next pay-per-view. No, and I agree. And he was like, so why would you get rid of that guy? And I was like, I agree with every single thing you're saying. I agree with every single thing you're saying. All of UFC's money, not all, a giant chunk of UFC's money comes from ESPN Plus and pay-per-view buys. Pay-per-view buys are going to be unaffected. So why would you do anything? I'm not disagreeing with any of those statements. I'm just saying, if we want this sport to progress, get to the next level, if we want this sport to be on ABC, talked about on every channel and this and that, then we need to clean it up. And the face of it smacking his wife more than one time on camera is not a step in the right direction. The first comment back people give me, what about John Jones? John Jones should be fired. Yes, dude. I love John Jones. I love watching him fight. I'm going to watch John Jones's next fight. I don't care. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, I'm a hypocrite in that I feel like what should happen and you know, I feel like John Jones should probably lose his job, right? He smacked the shit out of his fiance until she bled, and then he kept his job. I feel like that shouldn't be there, no?
Well, you're asking me? No, I think there's even, I mean, there's people in the chat right now that are like, oh, if a woman hit me, I would hit. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys. Like, think about what you're saying. Like, you're just openly admitting that, yeah, like if a woman, that's jeez. I mean, that's like that's the craziest mindset. And maybe I was brought up different or whatever. I've got a sister. I've got a mother. I couldn't imagine anyone for any reason laying their hands. Because my mom, I mean, people drink and they do stupid stuff and whatever. And you just walk away. You just remove yourself from that situation. There's no boom, and then you're just like, fuck it. Like, that's what you're waiting for. You just smack it. Just fucking against a woman. It's like,
and listen,
holy shit.
Don't get me wrong. There's videos on the internet of these big women that come up to these small dudes and they crack him. The dude hits him back, and as I'm watching him, like, well, you know, she had that fucking coming. I'm not even here to debate if hitting women is okay. That's how absurd this is. I'm not even here to talk about that, to debate it.
Slap I am asses, not faces.
My only point in all of this is literally, okay. My only point in this, good look, girls, my hips move the right way, right? Is this right? Is this
you want to see him?
Yes.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that. I swear pants on. Oh, baby. Pants on, so, I mean, unless you want to strike on the channel. That thing come out. Oh, man.
Animal cruelty. Where's that dog?
Trying to make like a whatever joke. What's that called?
That's called bestiality.
Bestiality.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, I'm not even here to debate should he have hit her. Was it okay to hit her? None of that. Literally, my only point was, as the face of the sport, I don't know how you could be like, it's fine. It's fine. He said he was sorry. It's fine. I want this sport to be huge. I want this sport to be everywhere. I want casual fans to know more people than Conor McGregor. That's what I want. I want this to be on ABC. And, you know, we'll never have the Super Bowl, right? NFL is the biggest sport on the planet, period. But think about, the NHL finals. People talk about like crazy. People talk about the Super Bowl like crazy, obviously. People talk about
the Stanley Cup.
I know. Well, the Stanley Cup is the award. That's not the series.
It's called the Stanley Cup, yeah.
The actual award.
They don't call it the NHL Finals. They call it the Stanley Cup.
They say Stanley Cup Game 1, Stanley Cup Game 2, Stanley Cup Game...
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I'm too American for that. My bad. Like, same... Yeah, Stanley Cup Finals. All right, my bad.
Disrespectful. I mean, I just want to. I think that you speaking up. I mean, Dana apologized. The way you just respected all the Canadians in the chat, I think we would really appreciate an apology, or maybe we should fire you for your Canadian insensitivity.
100%. If there was a video of me smacking Tiffany, who, frankly, anybody could get a smack or two, You want
to see right here?
If there was video of me smacking Tiffany, and you were like, listen, you cannot be the face of We Want Picks anymore. Yeah. And maybe I'm not the face. Maybe it's your fucking mug. 100%. 100%. There will be no... Okay, Jesus Christ.
Well, do you want me to show the video? You asked for the video.
That's her scream. Ah! Anyway, that was my point. That was my overall point. I'm not going to debate should he have smacked or should he not. None of that. My overall point was, as fans of this sport, and we want to see. I did not. Tell me what Jamal Hill tweeted. I did not see it. As fans of this sport, and we all want to see it grow and be huge and all.
Oh my God, it's his dick.
What?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Oh Jesus! Where? We all want to see this sport be as massive as possible, and I think that hurts it for sure. I'm going to move on here. First, tell me what Jamal Hill tweeted.
Oh, here we go.
Go ahead. Tell me.
He said, if you don't want to get hit, don't hit nobody, period. # simple. And then there's another follow-up. Funny how I say you keep your hands to yourself and y'all twist to condone beating women. It's crazy that women want to just be able to assault men as they please, and we expect it to take it and never be human. Y'all go ahead, bruh. Man, and he said it was a reflex. Y'all responders say y'all okay with domestic violence as long as it's a woman committing the violence.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll slide this slide back. Listen, on its surface, I understand she hit him, he hit her back.
Dude, it's not that hard to just not hit a woman. Why is somebody so antsy that they feel like I understand if like a dude comes in and just punches you in the face, it's like, all right, I gotta get that one back. That's pretty disrespectful. It's a fucking woman. You're usually half your size. Your first reaction when you get hit by a woman is just a ball of fist and be like, fuck it, here we go.
I could honestly...
You want to throw hands? Like, motherfucker, let's go. It's like, take a breath and walk away. Holy shit.
Honestly, though, I could get the slap. Like, he got hit, he smacked. Like, I could get that. No thinking, just pa-pa. But he followed up. Like, walked her down, boom, second slap, threw a third one. She's off camera, so I don't know what happened with that. It's the second slap that actually does it for me. That's the one where I'm like, okay, this was a bit much. If it was slap, it's like, we were fucking around, we were drunk, no big deal. Okay, but pow, that's a different one. Let me answer some actual questions, be done with that. How many units you guys bet per month? There's no real answer there, right? Because
Jamal Hill called me a real bitch and a pussy.
Called you that?
Well, in general, he said basically, if you feel like women should be able to hit men and they can't hit back, then I guess I'm a real bitch and a pussy because I don't want to hit a woman. That's
dude, even if you eliminate
system got y'all so pussy whip, y'all will be punching bags. Laugh my ass off.
Even if you eliminate gender from it. Right?
Yeah.
Just smacking somebody smaller than you. Like you said, it's like hitting a child. Dana White's not a small guy. He's not massive, but he's not small. It's not like...
I was much taller than him when I met him at the Aria last year. Much taller than him.
I guess he is. I didn't realize he was so small because... Well, then it's even less excusable. Oh, no, wait. I said that backwards. Because you're not tall. Anyway... let's answer some questions. How many units you guys risk a month? To me, I'm way more conservative than Jacob. Hence my rant on should you bet 50-50 fights. It depends. It's 100% depends on the card. If there's fights that I'm positive, like Shavkat Rakhmonov, for example, I threw 3 units on that. That's more than I normally would on a single fight. So I'll end up 12 units on a card, that card. Other cards, I'm 3-4 units. Completely depends on the card because I personally don't chase value. I try to chase what I think are sure thing outcomes. If it's plus money, great. If it's minus money, fine. I think that's a sure thing. That's where I will send my money. It's very hard for me to give up my money. So the units depend on the odds. What's your response to this, Jakey? Outside of live stream bets, those don't count.
No, I wasn't even thinking of the question, honestly. I was thinking still about the, it's like, because I'm reading the chat and people are still talking about the
slap.
Yeah, the slap stuff and stuff. And people like, obviously, I'm not saying that women should hit men. They shouldn't have a free for all of hitting men. They should not hit men. But the fact of the matter is, most women are a lot more emotional, and sometimes they can't fucking control. I mean, that's what women are. They're just emotional, just little saps of sweet little nectar that we just like to look at and talk to from afar, and maybe just online. But yeah, I mean, they're just more emotional than the normal person.
Yeah, but so now this is like this is how'd you mansplain women's emotion to me?
But the point was, because I think about the Jamal Hill thing was like I feel like I'm being made out to be the bad guy, not like me specifically, but people like me, like, because he says like, oh, you're a pussy, you're a whatever. It's like, I'm a bad guy because I don't want to hit a woman. Like what kind of thought process is that? Like, you're talking down on people like me because I don't want to strike a woman. That's like I can't even process that thought process, being like, I'm better than you because if a woman hits me, I'm gonna fucking hit her back.
Well, and straight up, it is not okay for women to hit men either. That is not okay. She fucked up, and somebody tweeted, okay, then she should be fired from her job too. I don't know what her job is, but if she's running like a non-for-profit and she's the face of something, yeah. How could you have that woman? That woman runs your company. That woman's the face of your non-for-profit, or that woman's the face of a boutique or a store or a fucking consulting company. I don't know what she does, but she's the face of it. And there's a video of her all drunk fucking smacking some guy. No, that should not be. My boss and my real job is a woman. She's the smartest person I've ever worked for. She's fucking. She can go into any situation.
I got a little nervous. You said work for, not work with. So
she's my boss. I work for her.
I know, the smartest person you've worked for, not because working with. There still could be other people that are just even smarter that you've worked with, not for.
I can't think of another person.
Not like, I'm not talking about like actual. I'm talking about like collaborating. Maybe like doing like, I don't know. Like,
I have never been
thought processes, and you can just keep hearing ideas from somebody, and every idea you're like, oh my god, fantastic, that's great. This guy might be the smartest person I've ever collaborated or done any sort of
true. I mean,
entertainment with. I'm
thinking like even on camera. Like I can't think of it.
There's not like if you were to like in the back of your head, like, oh yeah, okay, like this person has contributed a lot. They have a lot of great every time they. I mean, like
I did some stuff with Nick Newell. He was great. So actually, maybe right. Nick Newell.
That's kind of because he was on the channel originally, and then
Nick was solid when he was here for sure.
And then there was somebody, and there's somebody out there, somebody like, because I did it with Nick too. So it was like me, you, and Nick, and then.
Yeah, I'm not. There's only so many good people, and I think I've listed them. Anyway, my overall point. That comment of, should she be fired? Yeah. Should John Jones keep his job? No, I love John. I'm going to watch John Jones fight no matter what. But no, if the UFC was like, listen. He smacked the shit out of his wife and she's bleeding and he was arrested for it. All right, well, I guess I'll never see John Jones fight again. Like, that makes sense. I'm not pissed about it. I'm not going to defend the guy. Like, that makes sense. If it's, hey, Dana's gone, Sean Shelby is now the face or whoever. It's like, all right, that sucks, man. I fucking love Dana. That guy was the best. I love it. But I get it. Shouldn't have done that, and let's move forward. Let's do the right thing. So yeah, I get it. And that whole, like I said, that whole argument.
Instead of trying to get away with it, the easiest way is to just not do it. You know what I mean?
Well, and honestly, again, if it was smack, there'd actually be a lot of leeway. If it was bang bang, a lot of leeway there, because it's like, listen, it was immediate. That's my wife. I spent 30 years with her. Okay, cocoon. And you could even argue like, yeah, we were fucking around. It is what it is. But he came back. He was like, whoa, boom. And somebody even put in the comment, he grabbed her face, let go, then was smacked, then fucking smacked her.
Yeah, so
then
this guy
smacked her
says,
again.
Jacob, so if you were drunk at a party or club and a girl comes up to you, calls you a bitch, and smacks you in front of multiple times, you would walk away and do nothing? Yeah. I mean, why is that so hard to fucking understand? You just start fucking walking away. You find somebody to deal with the situation. Why is that? I mean, literally, am I stupid here? That you just
even a push,
I mean, you just want to cock back and hit. I've never I've been to plenty of bars. I've been in plenty of situations where there's drunk people. Things are happening. Weird things are happening. Not once in my life have I ever thought about balling up a fist and just driving it through a woman's jaw.
Oh, I've thought about it.
Like, there's not even a bone in my body that would ever lay a hand on a woman. Maybe I'm different. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. You can call me a simp, whatever. But if I'm a bad guy because I would never lay a hand on a woman like that, then I'll be a fucking bad. I don't give a shit. You guys can make fun of me, whatever it is, but I will never fucking lay my hands on a woman for any reason. Unless she's like got a knife threatening my life or something like that. There's no fucking chance.
I mean, you ever thought about it?
There's no fucking chance.
I think about it constantly. Ooh.
What's the line in 40 Over? I respect women so much, I completely stay away from them.
Yeah.
I mean, that literally is what it is. There's nobody that respects women more than me, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
When I'm at the gym, I don't look at anybody. I'm very, very respectful, kind, loving, caring. And I give you, I give you your freedoms. You want to go hang out with the girl? I got no problem with that. I'll be here waiting. I'll cook you some dinner. Speaking of, me and Amanda are making some great process.
That dog tweet was solid. So first of all, let's move on from this because this is a weird.
Let's move into the Amanda.
Hold on.
He-boss.
This is a weird controversial topic that like goes in weird directions, and I'm not trying to be political. That's not who I am. I'm just, my overall point from the beginning and still now, I'm not debating whether you should be able to hit a woman or not. That's not the point. That's the point overall was, if we want to be the sport we know we can be, we can't have the face of it smacking women on camera. That's it. It's literally that simple. That's that simple. No other sport would get away with that. No other sport could have their leader, the face of it, smack a woman and it be on TMZ for 10 minutes. And only the niche outlets covered it. TMZ covered it, and then what? MMA fighting? MMA junkie? Who gives a shit? No real outlet covered it. It was not on any of the actual news.
Can I get to the Amanda Hebos stuff?
And that was it. And now Jacob's going to tell you about his dog and Amanda while I fill up my drink so I can get more drunk and get more angry.
So I'm really working this Amanda Hebos angle. I mean, you guys know, Amanda is my number one tippy top girl of all time. I know that you guys don't think like she's like the most attractive. She seems like the coolest person in the entire world. So when she posts on Instagram, I'm in there. I'm in the comments. I'm ready to go. I'm getting her attention. But I'm not just putting, you guys know me. I'm not just doing the fire emojis, the hearts, maybe throwing eggplant on there with a little smirk face or whatever, the eye cover, like, oh, with a peach or something weird like that. I'm not doing stuff like that. This is what I'm doing. And we're working our way, right? The first one, she's got to get a feel of where you're going with this stuff. The next one, she's starting to pick it up, and then it's just snowballs from there. So the very first one was a post that she made talking about she's just waiting. It's just a picture of her, and she says just waiting on my next date, like her next fight date. You know what I mean? Like just waiting, looking good, by the way, always looking good, Amanda. And she said just waiting the next date and still working. And I said, I can be your next date. And she replied, she always replies.
You started this with, I'm not a simp. I do clever stuff. I could be your next date.
Well, you got to set the foundation there. We got to feel the water. So she always likes it. She replied with two emojis like this. You know what I mean? Like the don't talk to me emoji. So I'm like, okay, that's not we got a $4.99 before I can do this.
Hold on, yeah, shut the fuck up. This is $5 from Degenerate UFC fan. Just got here. Can you guys confirm you won't scan us like Lock in the Night? All right, I'm going to let you. Thank you for the $5. I have very strong opinions here. Yeah, let Jacob finish his story of love.
And I'll make it.
Then I'll repin this and go to that. Thank you.
All right. So she started off with like the no thank you, like leave me alone, but it wasn't. She didn't block me, so it's like that's still kind of an open invitation. Like, okay, leave me alone, but don't leave me alone.
But she didn't block me.
Yeah. So it's like leave me alone, but don't leave me alone. So the next picture she posted was around. I'm trying to make sure I get my timeline. Yeah. So it was around Christmas time, and she posted a picture, just her, by the tree and stuff like that. Hold on, I'm trying to keep like glitching. So I mean, she's again looking fantastic, looking Christmas time. So I commented, "Please get back underneath my Christmas tree." Right, like she's gonna be my present. That's very, very clever. She said, "Now, instead of the double X's, she still had the double X's, but she added 2 of the like laughing closed eye emojis. So the closed eye laughing emojis with the double X's now." Now she's getting involved, right? She's not saying no, just straight no again. She's laughing. She's having a good time. So the next one got a little bit of aggressive. I think this might have been a Friday night, late Friday night, 5 days ago. What was 5 days? I think it was Friday night. So, I mean, she's just in what looks like a hoodie, blanket, something like that. She says no subtitles. So I said, I got a bunch of hoodies if you need any. With a little wink and a smirk face. So that one was getting a little bit weird, and she just responded with like the sweating, like the with the teardrop. But then we brought it all back. We brought it all back because today, earlier this morning, she posted a video or a picture of her again. Looking good again, Amanda. Looking good. And I said, my dog needs a female presence in her life. Please consider. And she responded with, ha, 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 this was good. So we are trending in the right direction. This thing is a fucking rocket ship to love, baby. And you guys are all on it with me.
I think I'm with you. I think well, first of all, you're a fucking flat simp creep. But I like the dog angle was solid. That was solid. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to pin a quick tweet. Where is it? Where the fuck is it?
What's D saying? D's in here? Oh,
I'll get there. Hold on.
Jakey's delusions are going to hit him. What the fuck? Delusions? You honestly think? What would you give me? Give me an honest percentage.
There we go.
Of me with Hebas. Honest percentage.
You had her phone number, so.
Give me an honest percentage.
Me?
Yeah.
You what? Dating?
Even if it's just one date.
If you didn't have like a debilitating allergy to the sun.
Here we go.
I'd say decent.
First of all, that adds. I am a 2-time cancer survivor. Okay.
Two-time?
2-time, yeah. On my arm.
It's the same allergy to the sun.
On my arm and then on my face. That's a 2-time. Summer and then again. Boom, boom. A 2-time cancer survivor. When she hears that, oh my God, this guy's a warrior. He's been through so much.
It's the same allergy to the sun.
Oh my God.
Nobody has ever heard. If you said I'm a cancer survivor, I'd beat, and then a real cancer, people would care.
Did I not beat cancer? Yes or no?
The sun cancer?
Did I, yes or no?
You beat your sun allergy.
No, let's do really easy yes or no questions, okay? Yes or no? Did I have cancer? Yes or no?
I haven't seen medical documentation.
Yes or no?
No. Why don't you rephrase it and say yes or no? Did I tell you? And then I can answer.
Yes or no? Did I tell you? I mean, that sounds so bad.
Yes, you told me you have cancer.
Okay, and yes or no? Did I tell you that it is now gone? You saw the scar on my face. That's a 2-time cancer survivor.
Yes,
and the man is gonna love it.
You told me that the hideous scar on your face is from your allergy to the sun. Yes.
Looking good though. I'd let her.
It is actually very clean. All right, real quick. Phil Baroni murdered a woman and was arrested like a couple hours ago. Murdered her. Let me tell you this real quick, then we'll talk about Lock of the Night. Phil Baroni, I think it was Mexico, was in Mexico. His wife or his girlfriend. Phil Baroni? Oh, man, New York badass. New York badass. Old school guy, Phil Baroni.
He was a fighter?
Yes.
Low context here. Oh, his nickname is the New York Badass.
I said that 8 fucking times. He murdered a woman and was just arrested for murder. His girlfriend who's 46, which I guess he's old, so it makes sense.
It says he has a wife.
Well, then it's his wife.
Angela Baroni.
I thought it said
the
girlfriend.
Headlines say girlfriend, but Wikipedia says spouse.
Ah, fuck Wikipedia. It's definitely girlfriend then. Anyway, his girlfriend said, I had sex with another man. He told police, I threw her into the shower. And she hit her head, so then I said, oh my God, are you okay?
He demanded that she showered, but she refused. It was then Baroni said that he threw her in the shower where she fell and hit her head. Baroni stated that he helped a 46-year-old female. Is it okay if I hijack this? Or do you want to tell me?
You might as fucking, yeah, go ahead. Hey, turn down that light, though. That's not good for your face. Fucking. You can fake freeze all you want. That's definitely not helping your fake cancer. I'm not the one allergic to sunlight. All right, so he put her in bed because she hit her head. He put her in the bed. This is his story. I put her in the bed. She said, oh, I just need a quick cigarette and a beer. So I gave her that, and she was totally fine. And then I came back to bed later, and she was beat to shit and dead as fuck. So then they arrested him for murder because clearly he beat the absolute shit out of her and then covered her with a sheet to pretend it didn't happen. So he beat his girlfriend to death because she slept with another man.
She was cold.
Dana White? Hey, if Dana White can get away with it.
Well, he said that. Oh, you said that he got her to the bed, got her a cigarette and beer.
She asked for a cigarette and a beer. That's his story. And then they're like, well, the front of her face is fucked up too, not just the back of it. So it looks like you beat her ass.
That's You're like the one show, the detective show. What was it? Was it a detective show or was it somebody I was just watching on where the person said they got the person out of the tub like an hour before then, but then when the cops showed up, the floor wasn't even wet, and that's how they knew he was lying or something like that. I think that was
that sounds like a riddle. How did there was a puddle and no knife? Yeah, it was a fucking ice. That's how, bitch.
Yeah, that's like how did the guy hang himself with they found no step stool and no ladder.
You don't bury the survivors.
It was a polar bear.
They're all time.
The doctor was his mom.
The horse's name is Friday. Those are like all-timers. Everybody's a genius if you know those. Anyway, speaking of scams.
I can't perform in this. That's my son. What? The doctor was the mom. You didn't think women could be doctors, did you?
That is funny because that is that is hilarious because that really is the only reason that riddle works.
I literally had
surgeons can't be women.
As a kid, I got a book, like a what's that card game where you say mean shit or it's all mean shit. But anyway, it's like one of those, and it literally was like hundreds of riddles. It was like a riddle,
the black and white card.
Yeah. But I would just sit there in bed, literally before bed. I didn't have a TV in my room. I was very, it's tough growing up. There's no TV.
Didn't you have a lake house?
I'm saying, but in my room, I never had a TV. Not until I got to high school.
But I'm talking about my room.
It was like a 13-inch, but when I was growing up, I didn't even have curtains on my window. So when it got fucking sunny, my ass was up raking leaves. But I would sit there at night with my little Goosebumps fucking light, and then just sit there and read those.
I get it. I feel
after
struggle.
I was done playing with my friends all day, obviously.
Yeah, I bet. The only lie in this
after I got back from my girlfriend's house. House.
Wow, you went from your Canadian model girlfriend's house all the way back to Bullfuck, Indiana in one day? Wow.
Indiana's 4 hours away from Windsor, Canada.
And that's where your model girlfriend was? I have a girlfriend. She's a model. She's just in a different school. My girlfriend's in a different school. I'm Jacob. And the top of my head is where the table is. Because I'm fucking short and my legs are weak and I'm allergic to the sun. Was MMA Lock of the Night running a scam? This is the topic people want to talk about, Jacob. So if you don't know, let me catch you up.
What's with these little subtext here? That's like your notes or something? That's your teleprompter that leaked onto the screen?
It didn't leak onto the screen. I put it there on purpose, but the initial I started it with this slide. Should you bet on 50-50 fights? Tuivasa and Pavlovic, because I was talking to Josh. If you don't know, Josh is the one who runs our website. He built it.
And we miss you on Discord, Josh.
Yeah, and Josh, honestly, don't fucking take this and be like, oh, I need a raise. You said I built. Fucking relax. Josh, when you guys vote for what feature we're going to add next to premium, it's that motherfucker's responsibility to figure it the fuck out. So anyway, Josh is amazing. Him and I were talking, and
me and Josh don't talk as much as I'd like.
Well, didn't he ask you a fucking question the other day and you didn't answer? He sent
Did I not answer that?
He sent a group chat to me and you saying, hey, I'm putting together the new content page. Our No Eyebrow Thursdays.
Shit. I was at the gym when I read that, and I was like, oh, no wonder. Fuck, man. I'm a piece of shit, huh?
100%, dude. You're the laziest, allergic to the sun piece of shit that I've ever met.
I am a piece. And doesn't deserve me.
I've never met anybody more allergic to the sun or lazier.
She doesn't deserve me.
And I know a lot of people.
She don't fucking deserve me.
You don't have this personality and not know a lot of people.
Do you think she still deserves me, though? Do you think I'm still up to par? Despite my shortcomings.
It's literal short.
Physical shortcomings.
Yeah. My inabilities is my handicap. That's
my small stature makes it look huge.
Yes. Anyway, well, why don't you answer him while we wait?
Answer what? Josh? Is he going to watch this? You want me to text him? No, it's probably not a thing still, but maybe. I don't know. If he didn't watch it, then his own fault. Now the ball's in his court.
Okay. So
was he running a scam? My thought process is exactly what Angela's going to say, probably.
I'll tell you what I think. So anyway, MMA Lock of the Night, I'll give you some background, then give you my opinion. I don't know this guy from a hole in one. I've never talked to him. I've never talked to anybody in their inner circle. So there is an MMA Twitter inner circle. There are people on Twitter. We're definitely not. And we never will be.
I didn't even know this. Angela told me about this, the inner circle and all the cliques and stuff. I know Angela. Guys,
Twitter's a big clique.
I'd love to be a part of it. So if you guys want to throw me a little invite, bring me into it, maybe we can collaborate. And do
what's crazy? Stuff. So like you're my good friend, but I also like hate you, right? Like I think we've established that. That's not anything new to you, right?
That's literally, that's every friend I've ever had is like a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of times they question like, why the fuck am I friend with this guy?
Yeah, we're good friends, but you're also like an annoying little fucking
sarcastic
germ weasel
a lot of times.
Yeah, and honestly,
when it comes to women, I just want to make that clear. Every girl I've ever been with, I'm too nice to women. They always use the word kind. Oh my god,
friend zone.
So kind.
Yeah, you definitely have friend zone. I've never seen more friend zone vibes.
Until I get him, and then it's like now
and then it's here. I made your bed. Good night, baby. I'll see you tomorrow.
It is. Oh my god, they're ready to get married after you give me.
Anyway, Jacobs, you're an annoying fuck, but you're way not only. This is the problem with
me. Or are you gonna trash me? I don't know what's about that.
No, this is the problem with drinking on these streams. Okay, I'll compliment you. First of all, we got a good thing going here, right? You alone would be too annoying. Me unknown would be too drunk. No, me alone would be too. Here's facts. But us together is a phenomenal combination. There are people in that MMA Twitter community. I see the super chat. I'll get to you. My man, CT Pots and Pans.
I just saw Robot Chicken Wings thing. Angela is horny. Just so random.
That is very random. That is very random. I'll show you my dick. It is soft as. So, imagine that's the way I went with that. Oh yeah,
I mean, you can be horny with a flaccid penis, Angela.
Can you?
Yeah, I think you can.
I have never.
I am horny 24/7.
I have never once had to write an answer on a chalkboard with a soft dick, not horny. Anyway, backing up. There's an MMA. We're explaining who Lock of the Night is, and then the scam and our opinions on that. We're drinking, we're hanging out. There is an MMA Twitter clique. There's, that guy Clint is in it. I don't know any of these people from a hole in the wall. I don't know anybody. I only watch people after I think we've established at this point I'm the first with most of my content. Then I'll watch other
guys,
people.
Whatever. I don't know what. Hey, if you guys are watching, the clique is watching this. Whatever he's about to say, understand we are two different people, right?
Would you ditch me for the internet famous clique? Here's the problem with that clique. There are different strategies in this niche.
Oh, don't give away the secrets.
No. You could try to be Twitter famous, which that clique wants to be Twitter famous. A lot of the comment section talks about MMA Guru. MMA Guru has an insane amount of YouTube subscribers. YouTube is monetized. You can make a little bit of money on YouTube. Twitter is not. They got a donation link. That's about it. MMA Guru's not even on Twitter. And frankly, he doesn't need to be. Nothing good happens on Twitter. The only reason me, are on Twitter, the We Want Picks, I run it. You don't do it.
I just want to be very, very clear that
you want to be internet famous. Just tell people I want to be Twitter famous.
No,
just say I want to be Twitter famous. Just say it.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it would help with.
Yeah, they're done. Done.
But I'm just saying right now that if you're going to start, I don't know where you're headed with this, but if you start trashing people, I'm not Angelo speaks for himself. If he starts making fun of me, I have no issues with anyone. Literally nobody. So, Angelo hates everyone.
Here's my thing. There's this Twitter clique. That guy Clint, Lock of the Night. There's a couple other people. I don't know anybody's names. I don't know these people from a hole in the wall. That guy Clint seems like a decent dude. He's very transparent, runs his show every week, seems like a normal, nice guy. I don't know these people at all. Seems like a good dude, right? Like all you can ask for is like just being who you are. He seems like he is who he is. Then there's other people like this guy Lock of the Night and others. It is a straight up clique though. It's very incestuous. They all do each other's shit. They all do each other's shows.
Fuck each other?
Listen, I had a much better education than you, and that's fine. It is what it is. It's fine. You can say, does that mean he fucks you? And I'll just talk like a person who had a good education. Is that fair?
Shit. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So let's go that route.
I'm going to get another Coke.
I'm drunk speaking like a person. You're drinking Cokes. That mean he fucks you? Anyway.
Coca-Cola, sponsored.
Full size.
1892.
That's full size. Jacob's huge. He has big hands. Anyway. And James Cameron, first of all, thanks for the movies. The only reason my southern accent is so solid is because my wife is from Texas, and I live in Texas now, so I fucking nail it. Anyway, there's this MMA Twitter clique. Well, Jacob and I are not a part of it. We'll never be a part of it, not because we don't want to be. I don't need to be a part of anything, but my overall point is there is a whole thing, right? They've got their own clique. There's like 15 of them. All of them live and die off of, here's my third-party tracked MMA bets, whatever the fuck it is. What is that? I don't know what that website is. Third-party tracked. They live and die off that. They'll tweet a couple things. Discord. And not Discord. Patreon. There's like 10 of them. They all do each other's shows, and that's all they do. Some of them seem... Yo, is that Jacob's piss flow? Does Jacob have a big dick? Hold on. No, he's fucking... This can't be. Listen, Jacob's 5'6", ginger. There's no way that flow came out of that dude's dick. Oh my God. I think it did. Changes things. Hey, you short pussy with a small dick. Anyway.
Did you guys just like sit there and collaborate what you were going to say? Did you reach out to hey, what should I say? What should I say when he comes back? What should I say when he comes back? Oh, you short pussy with the... What'd you say?
Anyway. What? Frozen? No, thank you. So, there's that clique. We're not in that clique. Not for any reason other than I'm pretty sure that clique hates our fucking guts. I'm almost positive.
What the fuck did I do? That's why. I mean, how could anyone hate? I mean,
I'll tell you what we did.
Hate me.
I'll tell you what we did. Straight up. We showed up years after these people, built something bigger, better, and growing on a much better trajectory than anything anybody else has. And that's just straight up facts. We're 2 years. We're not even 2 years. We're not even 2 years in. Not even. The fake freeze is
that back, Jacob.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. We're not even 2 years in.
I mean, I'll watch it fucking right now. Here we go.
We're not even 2 years. 20 months. Jesse, let me explain our trajectory to you. Jesse, 20 months membership and fuck the money. You've been a phenomenal subscriber. We're not even 2 years in and you have 20 months of membership, which means we were monetized in less than 4 months. Nobody does that on YouTube. We have a phenomenal trajectory and the rest of the world hates us for it. That's why we get the weird hate on Twitter. That's why we get all this random bullshit. That's why we have fucking high school history teachers screen grabbing videos and tweeting them. Honestly, there is a high school teacher. This dude teaches at Wisconsin Senior High School in Pennsylvania. And he has dedicated his life to giving a fuck about what I say. And that's weird energy. You're in charge of 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids every day. And you're going to spend your time clipping me, talking about fights, being a fucking weirdo? That's strange, dude. That's strange. You sit in parent-teacher conferences and you look at a parent. Well, we live in Bumblefuck, Pennsylvania, so little Jimmy reads at a third grade level, even though he's 17 years old. I'm going to go grab a fucking chicken patty sandwich for 89 cents in the cafeteria, and then I'm going to go home, screen grab this adult man running a business's website and tweet it. That's a weird energy to have. Can I help you, Jacob? What are you doing?
I was wondering if my new mic could pick that up. Could you hear me peeing?
Dude, I'm not going to lie, dude. Your piss stream was fucking incredible.
Dude, I had to pee so bad.
that was.
As
honestly,
I started peeing, I thought, holy shit, they might be able to hear this.
Dude, it was unreasonable. It was just unreasonable.
Yeah, clip it, baby. Send it out. Clip it, send it to everyone you know.
Listen, if that's what you're working with,
holy shit.
If that's what you're working with, you're posting the wrong pictures and the Amanda Hebos probability just went up a little bit.
Tagging her in these pictures, you know what I mean?
Listen, allergic to the sun, 0. Good sized dick, 0.5. Funny, 11. So you're at 11.5. Congratulations. Anyway, we want thicks.
There's no way that flow.
That's solid. Anyway, let me back the fuck up. We're all over the place. This is the problem with drinking. First of all,
just sit there. Did you literally just sit there and listen to it the whole time?
I heard it. I was like, no. Little do we know, dude, if this was a sitcom, or if we had an editor, this would clip to you standing over the toilet, squeezing a squeezed water bottle into the toilet as hard as you could.
A bucket.
Yeah. That'll teach that motherfucker only wants 20%. Fuck that motherfucker. Anyway, MMA Lock of the Night's in this Twitter clique. We're not in that clique. We'll never be in that clique, not for any fault of ours. I'm a likable dude. I got a ton of fucking friends.
Yeah, what still the fuck did I do? Did we answer that question? I'm the nicest guy in the world.
Here's what we both did. We are both.
You said we got too good too fast or something.
We're too good at this, and that's an absurd statement to make. It's fucking annoying to make, and if somebody else made it, I'd fucking shit on them. But literally, we're too good at this. Your lives
won't sit. I won't sit. I won't sit.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not why they don't like us. Because I know why I don't like you.
How did the mic sound with the peaking? Was it fun?
It was solid. Ew. It was solid. I heard all the letters you left out of that, so we're good. We're on a better trajectory than all of these people who have been doing this for much longer than us. I'll tell you right now, we're not in that clique. Let me fucking talk about Lock of the Night. Jesus Christ. People don't like us because we are doing a better job at what they were doing. Period. End of story. That is straight up facts. Straight up facts. There are people in this community that I've checked out and I genuinely like. Those two Canadian kids, honestly, they put in fucking work. Those dudes put in fucking work.
You know, I know their parents. Weird. I know their grandfather me to play poker every Thursday night, golf Saturday morning. Great family, great kids. They're great kids.
If you're going to do a fake New York Italian accent like that, you know nothing fucking happens on Saturday because you go to church and then you eat your giant meal. So if you're going to do it, you said Sunday. Sorry, Sunday. I meant Sunday. You said golf Sunday.
No,
anyway,
not. I said golf Saturday.
Anyway, those two Canadian kids, they probably do more research than anybody, including us. They put out quality content. They improve their content. They work on their production value, and they continually try to improve what they're doing. MMA Guru, honestly, his picks aren't very good, but he's gone the other way. He's gone the full entertainment route. I'm entertaining. I'm funny. He's a witty guy, and he gets it. He understands YouTube. He's going that route. Jacob and I sit right smack in the fucking middle where we're giving you solid picks, solid actual insight. What the fuck is happening? What are you doing? Okay. Solid picks, solid insight. We're giving you serious bets and stuff like that. And then Jacob is doing the guru thing. His live streams, Jacob is just being himself on those live streams, being entertaining, going that route. Then there's this whole world that exists on Twitter that does not involve us and never will, not for any fault of our own, but for other people. They will just never accept us. I haven't reached out, so maybe they will and I'm wrong, but they would never accept us. The question is MMA Lock of the Night a scam? First of all, there is that clique. He is in that clique. Second of all, does Lock of the Night represent that entire clique? Should that dude Clint and nobody else's fucking name who I know, should they deal with the repercussions of what this dude has done? I actually don't think so. No, of course not. I absolutely don't think so.
All right, I got it.
Well, I wasn't talking to you.
There you go.
What I think...
This is you.
Okay,
because here at Lobo Gym, we're better than you. And we know it.
It's Lobo Daddy 2023.
Dude, so MMA Guru has a 64% overall win rate. Jacob, this fucking allergic to the sun, anemic, see-through skin, freckle-having, short leg, knees are bigger than his feet, fucking Appalachian Mountain meth mouth weirdo, has a higher success rate only picking underdogs on his lock of the week than 64%. Well, it's time for your fucking dog to eat. I hear that. This microphone's too good.
I can turn the gain down, but
no,
what's the fun in that?
Now we know you got a good size pee hole. So was Lock of the Night a scam? Genuinely, I don't think he woke up one day saying, I'm going to run a scam. Oh, you know how I'm going to make money? I'm going to take people's money, run some weird contest, and then pay out winners. I do not think that was his intention. There's no way that was his intention because he was paying people for a while. He paid people I don't know for how long. I'm not going to pretend I know.
He said he did it since 2019, I think, is when he started it.
So
what he said in his apology video or something. So for a couple of years, he was paying people.
So for a couple of years, he was paying.
But that could be wrong. That's just what I remember.
Well, that's what he said.
Allegedly. I don't know. Well, yeah.
Let's go with it. So what he does is he takes money. He does some like, you log your bets and whoever has the best will pay you the winnings, whatever. What basically happened was, this is all conjecture. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not in that fucking clique. Money that he should have been escrowing, you pay him $500. People were giving a stranger on the internet $500 for a contest. That's a whole separate conversation, but it's like some of you fucking people didn't grow up with the internet. He would take that money, put it aside, do a contest, and then pay the winner. That's what he was doing. What happened was, in my opinion, this is not fact. I don't fucking know shit. In my opinion, he took some of that money and spent it. People talk about his kitchen renovation, his wedding, all that shit. He spent that money. But he was UFC was every week. He was taking money every week. He was mid-cycle of these contests, and he was paying last week's winners with this week's entries. It's a Ponzi scheme, right? He spent the money, so he's taking new money to pay old people. The problem is,
old people.
The end of the year came. There's no more events. We don't have an event for 3 weeks. As of filming this right now, we have an event next week. But we didn't have an event for 3 weeks. He ran out of money. There's no new contests. There's no new money. He ran out of money and couldn't pay the previous winners. And he fucked them. Twitter says it's up to $35,000, which is insane that this dude took $35,000 worth of money and didn't do the right things. Here's a couple of takeaways. Takeaway number 1. He does an apology tweet. In his apology tweet, the rumors were, what were the rumors, Jacob? I got married and spent the money on my wedding. I redid my kitchen, spent my money on that. Were those the rumors? Were there more?
I think that was it.
Okay. His apology tweet was, anybody who knows that I live in a 3-generational household. That means this motherfucker lives with his parents and his grandparents. This motherfucker who you've been giving $500 to lives with his parents and his grandparents. That's, we're going to take that, we're going to put that to the side. The second point is, he goes, anybody who knows my culture knows that it's the in-laws, or I forget, whatever. They pay for the wedding. So I didn't take this money and spend it on my wedding. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Then the third is, how about this fucking douche? Leave, buddy. Just a suggestion, don't have a sub-only chat. You know why we have a sub-only chat? Let me teach you about YouTube. YouTube has bots. We almost have 10,000 subscribers. The bots come in, they see the subscriber count, they see the viewer count, and the bots start posting links to stupid bullshit. Like, you want sex now? Go to sex.com.
Whoa! That's why
it's subscriber only.
Let's take it off subscriber only, please. Can we do that real quick?
No, wait. We have links to sex? Anyway.
What's that?
Anyway. Then in his apology tweet, he said, I don't have the money to pay you $35,000 worth of money. I don't have the money to pay you because of PayPal fees. We pay PayPal fees. Okay? I charge you $10 for a premium membership. You sign up for premium, you immediately have access to bets, the optimizer, everything else that comes with premium. $10. Shut the fuck up. I pay a full $1 to PayPal. So 10% goes to PayPal. This is full transparency. I get 9. PayPal gets 1. Your $10, that's how that's split. if this motherfucker has 65, and let me back up, this cheating weasel ass had people PayPal him $500, friends and family. If it's friends and family, there's no fee. We run a legitimate business. I have an LLC. Jacob is getting a 1099. Josh, who runs a website, is getting a 1099. They are paying taxes on their money.
Fuck.
If you sue me, there's an LLC. The LLC obviously protects me, but that only protects me from you suing like my children. But there's also insurance. I have umbrella insurance to protect myself. I'm running an actual business. This guy was running the equivalent of a 50-50 raffle, but he was taking hundreds and hundreds of dollars at a time and then spent the money because he didn't escrow it properly and effectively didn't pay people. I think he is paying people now. I think I've saw people tweet saying, I got my money. So he obviously, this is what happened. He realized what he was doing was insanely illegal. Insanely illegal. I am not a Canadian gambling law expert, but I am almost positive it is not legal to run the equivalent of a buy-in raffle. I don't know what the fuck it is. It is not legal, in my opinion, to take people's money and then pay out based on if they won or not. I don't know if he took a percent, didn't take a percent. I don't know any of that. But I'm almost positive it's not legal to do that. He is not a sports book. You should not have been sending him your money. And the problem is he spent that money. He didn't escrow it. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. I have an escrow account for the taxes that I have to pay on the money that I'm going to make from this because I'm a fucking person that contributes to society. Jacob, I Venmo Jacob, maybe I'm saying too much. I Venmo Jacob his cut of all of this every single month. He leaves it in Venmo because he knows he has to pay fucking taxes on it. This dude not only didn't factor in taxes, but he started spending the money. Anyway, he spent the money. He ran out of money. There was nobody to pay. He has posted an apology tweet. Since then, Jacob, I don't know if you saw this, and I know you're pretending to ignore me. I don't know if you saw this.
I'm just scrolling.
Fine, I'm on a rant. You're good. I'm not going to give you a hard time. He posted. I don't know if it was on Patreon. I saw it on Twitter. I'm not a part of this. This is all just straight up an outsider looking in, giving an opinion. He posted on Twitter that said, "Sorry guys, I have a gambling problem." So literally blamed it on gambling. He basically said, I took the escrow money and gambled it away, which is why I couldn't pay you, but I have since figured out how to pay you, and he started paying people. Personally, how fucking obscene is that? Secondly, the only reason he started paying people back is because somebody said, this is illegal, you're going to go to jail. This is bigger than losing your podcast. This is bigger than not going on Clint's show and doing that thing. You will literally go to jail for this. You can't 50-50 raffles. You ever go to a high school basketball game with a 50-50 raffle? That is technically illegal. Nobody gives a fuck, but it's technically illegal. At least in America it is. For him to do what he was doing, that was illegal. And there is a giant difference between Lock of the Night taking $500 at a time to run whatever the fuck he was running versus paying for picks. Because Lock of the Night also has a Patreon.
How often are you running?
He also has a Patreon.
You were like, do I go down the road?
There's no way. I couldn't. Because they're going to be like, stand up, lift your shirt, you fucking big-titted Guido ragu vein-having fuck.
I don't talk to my friends like that.
I talk to my friends like that. And he has, MMA Lock of the Night had two things going. One, this Ponzi scheme,
First
which
of all,
I'm
what a stupid fucking name. I mean, Lock of the Night. We're talking. I give you guys Lock
it's
of
a
the
full
fucking
week. It's a full week.
I got 7 of that motherfucker. Jesus Christ, just like my 7 times longer. Sorry.
No. I agree. If I'm going to get a lock, I want it for the week, not just that night. But anyway.
What if the cards during the day? We have morning cards sometimes, 10 a.m. If he's giving you the lock of the night, you're fucked.
I hear you. First of all, did I say anything bad about Guru? I think I specifically said
we love Guru.
I don't watch a lot of his stuff, but
I don't watch any of it, but I love the guy.
Well, he's doing what you do. There's different worlds in this space. Here is value. I'm going to give you good picks, good bets, and you're going to make money following this. Then here's entertainment. I'm going to have some fun. We're all going to hang out. Guru is closer to the fun side than he is to the here's awesome picks and information. And credit to him, he surpassed the Canadians. He surpassed everybody. I think he's the biggest person in this, like, talk about fights, but not a major corporation space. So good for him. Absolutely. Anyway, I've lost complete track, and this is like my fourth, I think, at this point. This is not beer, it's wine, and you're going to say, oh, you're a pussy, you drink wine. Beer, go drink a Bud Light at your fucking
and then go hit your girlfriend.
Your 4-point wife. Your 4-point whatever percent. 15, baby. Boda Box, Chardonnay, Nighthawk. You'll never have a better wine in your life.
Zero sugar, baby.
No sugar in that can, but tons of allergies to the sun on your face.
I mean, I could handle a little aspartame, right? You think?
If you can handle anything, it's cancer. It's
damn
cancer.
Right. 2-time cancer survivor.
Anyway, this is a long
I doubt it. I doubt cancer will ever take me down. Then it pop. It clips to the. What's your favorite show? What that show? Oh, Curb Enthusiasm music. It's like,
oh yeah,
cancer could never take me down. And then it's my funeral.
And not only is it your funeral, but there's. Crying. I was gonna say there's only 2 people there: your mother and me. You don't have a lot of friends.
Kind of like that whisper. Do it again. Say. The books are due back on Thursday.
I do the shaving cream and like all the weird.
No, you said
what
a
is
lot
it?
About that, huh?
Is it ASPR? What is it?
Yeah. You're trying to backtrack here. All the shaving
I literally,
cream, and then they'll have the ear that they're.
I know what it is. I see it. What is it called again?
ASMR.
ASMR. It shows up on Twitter. You swipe through at night, like, oh, funny joke. Hot chick touching your microphone. I watched for a minute. Okay, funny joke. That's
all it takes for the young bucks.
Anyway, and this stream is immense. Oh my God. A mess. That's the point of these streams. Hang out. Guys, if you want to call in, nobody called in. It is what it is. You want to call in, go ahead. If you're a premium member, have at it.
Probably not a good idea right now, honestly.
Let's do a quick summary. Lock of the night didn't start as a scam, became a scam, especially if you're the people who didn't get paid. He spent the money he should have escrowed, then was paying people with new money. The new money ran out because there was no fights for 3 weeks. Then he had no money to pay people. Apparently it was up to $35,000, which incredibly successful for him. Good for him. Not going to comment on our revenue stream or anything like that. But $35,000 for whatever weird fucking contest you're running, good for you. Spent that money, has since blamed it on gambling on fights. I saw that tweet.
I think that's Twitter. There's no tweet like that, so.
No, he didn't tweet it. Somebody screenshotted I'll find it. Somebody screenshotted him. I think it was in his Patreon. Somebody screenshotted that and then tweeted it. He didn't tweet it. He's stepping.
You're fully down the rabbit hole, huh?
He's stepping. Honestly, the algorithm gets it because I don't follow any of these people. But it's like, oh, you were interested in this topic, and it knows.
What do you think rabbit poop tastes like?
I don't know. Ask my fucking stupid fat beagle fuck of a
I
dog
know.
who eats 8
my
pounds
dog,
of it.
Delicious,
apparently.
Her favorite thing in the entire world is rabbit shit, and it is fucking everywhere. So I just don't know. Like, is it like a little sweet or something? It seems like it might taste good. I mean, it's a rabbit. I mean, rabbit are adorable.
So Artem said it was Patreon. I saw a screenshot of it on Twitter. So on Patreon, he said, betting on fights got me into this trouble, which is what a fucking cop out. You give people bets for fights and can't control your own gambling habit. What a fucking mess that is. Jacob is top 2, one of the most irresponsible gamblers that I know. But the motherfucker pays his rent. He's got an awesome black wall in the corner.
I was doing good for a while. Yeah, that's definitely most months. It's on time.
He got a new microphone.
Yeah.
Here's the quick, very quickly, and then Elizabeth, thank you for $5. I have a couple super chats to pin. I will get to them. I would not. Jacob and I own We Want Picks. It is an LLC. It's a genuine business. We have insurance. You can sue us. It's all the things. Jacob gets a 1099. He's an actual, like a partner in all of this. He gets a percentage of all the money we make. Josh, similar situation. He runs the website. We have actual employees. This is a business. If you want to pay for a premium membership, it's $10. You get all the things that I always talk about. You immediately pay for those things. You get those things. It's that simple. MMA Lock of the Night had a similar model. It's just him. He had a Patreon. Hey, pay me.
Through this all again?
I'm summarizing it.
You literally, you said I'm going to summarize. Now you're just retelling the entire thing all over again.
He has a Patreon. Pay me a couple of bucks. I'll give you some bets. Done. And I'm not going to shit on his Patreon. I don't know anything about his Patreon, but if you're paying him and he's giving you bets, whether they hit or miss, you're getting exactly what you pay for. But to give him money ahead of time, $500 in a clip, to enter some weird contest that he is not licensed to facilitate and not legally allowed to run, that's fucking on you. You want to send somebody money, friends and family, that's on you. You shouldn't do that. I don't think Lock of the Night set out to be a scammer. I think he fell into the trap of seeing the amount of money that it was in his bank account. He's probably never had that amount of money before. Saw it, spent it, fucked up. That's what happened. Do I think he's a scammer? No. Does he have good advice? I have zero clue whatsoever. But if he does, then sign up for his Patreon. Because in his Patreon, he can't fuck you. You want to give him $500 for a contest? He can fuck you. Don't do that. That's stupid as shit. Jakey boy, I'm done with that. We've moved on to the next topic. But Jester said, MMA Lock of the Night's buddy, the MMA betting guru, was also running a scam by giving. This is different. This person is different. MMA betting guru is different than MMA guru. I know nothing about this, so I'll unpin it. Let's scroll up. We have some super chats. Let's address those. Am I keeping you up? It's 9:45 local.
No, that was a lot of time on that topic. A lot of re-talking.
Don't give me alcohol and say, it's your stream, do what you want, because I fucking will. Back to my man, Pots and Pans, Connecticut.
Okay, I was going to say, you going through those? Right.
That's exactly what I'm doing. $5 super chat from Connecticut's own.
An hour and a half ago.
Connecticut's own, Anthony Rivera Medina. It was literally 30 minutes ago. Me and my boys starting our channel soon. Better support. What? Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Connecticut, one of the best states in this country. Close enough to New York to understand how life works and to talk like me, talk fast, not be intimidated by fucking people on the subway. I took Jacob to New York City. Jacob visited me. I lived in Connecticut. I grew up in Connecticut. I met Jacob in Florida. I've moved a lot of times. I'm basically an Army brat with no Army affiliation whatsoever. I grew up in Connecticut.
You've moved to Florida. 3 states.
3 states and 9 homes in 7 years.
But it's 3 states. I mean, Army brats like boom, 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 boom.
Right. Anyway, who gives a fuck? I have nothing to do with the Army. Nobody in my family ever has. I grew up in Connecticut.
Thank you for your service.
I moved to Florida.
Got a little more contribution.
I saw Jacob outside, absorbing the cancer from the sun, walking his dog. Him and I started chatting. We became friends. I moved to Connecticut. My wife and I had a kid. My wife said, I'm not raising this kid in Florida. We can move to Texas or Connecticut. We moved to Connecticut. Jacob visited Connecticut. I took him to New York City. Jacob, tell him where you grew up. Bumblefuck, Indiana. Don't pretend. Just tell him the truth.
No, this is a funny comment. I had to read it. Just it says, I don't know how to say this, Jacob, but I think you're my dad. Do you remember a lady 8 years ago? It was about 3 in the morning in Mexico. My mom's 5'2", about 245, and looks a little like Danny DeVito. You remember? Oh, fucking yeah, I do remember her. I do remember her. How could I forget her, Justin? Holy shit! Let me get your college fucking money.
The Danny DeVito spot. You speak really well for an 8-year-old, not a 7-year-old. Anyway, I took Jacob. Jacob visited me in Connecticut. Good friend. Spent the money. Flew to Connecticut. Visited me. I took him to New York City. We took the subway. I showed him the whole thing. Scared as fuck. Scared as fuck.
You have no examples of me actually being scared. You just say.
I ate that street gyro in the corner, and you looked terrified.
That was a little weird. It was more secondhand embarrassment. Honestly, that was like, they talk about secondhand embarrassment when you're watching TikToks and stuff like that. That literally, Angelo is hiding behind like one of those like parking signs or whatever. No,
fuck you. Sign. It was the corner of a building. It was the corner of a building.
But there was a sign there too. You were hiding behind.
It said, "Don't eat gyros here." Shut the fuck up.
There was a sign right there, and you like move the sign over in the corner. And you're like ducking down, eating this while everything's just falling on the floor. You're picking up off the sidewalk, putting it back in your mouth. And I've never seen a gyro disappear that fast ever. I mean, it was like
you never seen a gyro, you fucking Midwest fuck.
And it was fucking gone.
So we went to the city. This all started with me saying why Connecticut's the best place to grow up. I took Jacob to the city. He was very overwhelmed by the magnitude of New York City.
There's a lot intimidating. When you actually are there street level, and you're like, the first time you look down a street and you're like, oh shit, that just does not stop.
And like in all seriousness, like alcohol aside and all that shit, my wife is from Texas. I live in Texas. I fucking love Texas. I will continue to live here. Even if I didn't have kids, I would stay here. And my kids are having an awesome life playing with friends and shit like that on the street. Growing up in Connecticut, I was exposed to New York City my entire life. That was the city. Oh, let's go to the city. Oh, bootleg movie? Let's get it in the city. Fake IDs? Let's go to the city. We'll get some fake IDs. We go to the subway, take the Metro North, take the train to the city of the above ground train, then take the subway, whatever. It's normal for me. I met my wife. I moved to Texas. And we go to Dallas. Dallas is a beautiful city. But my whole life, the only reference for a city I had was New York. And I went to school in Boston, so Boston as well. These are fucking giant cities. You could walk for an hour. You can walk for 2 hours and not hit the end. It doesn't end. So anyway, this started with me talking about Connecticut because our buddy Anthony Rivera Medina is also from Connecticut. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you from everything. I would argue, people saying CT is for betas. I would argue Connecticut is one of the best states in the country because you're close enough to New York to understand city life, have some street smarts, understand how to deal with people, not be intimidated by bullshit. Nobody on this planet is going to fucking intimidate me growing up the way I grew up. But also get an actual solid education. We saw Jacob and the education head-to-head before. Really a couple steps behind. Get a solid education in Connecticut. Connecticut public schools are ranked number 1, number 2, or number 3, depending on the Forbes list year. It's New Jersey, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Top 3 states for public schools. All of them near New York City. So I love New York, but I love Connecticut more. And growing up in Connecticut was amazing for me, and I love it. Thank you, Anthony Medina, for the super chat. Quint Lazenby, $2. These streams are wild when UFC isn't on. Yeah. I drink more than I should. I share more than I should. Jacob breathes weird and dumps water in the toilet to pretend it's piss. Thank you very much for the super chat. Quint is probably my biggest Prize Picks fan of all time. John Doe, $2. Free Dana White. Well, nothing happened to that motherfucker. He doesn't need to be freed. Nothing happened to that motherfucker.
Free from the grips of the public opinion.
He goes, sorry, and that was the end of that. Elizabeth Hadley, thank you very much. We appreciate literally everything you do. You're a mod. I think you're a Discord mod as well. Like, everything you do is very, very... Nope, wrong woman.
Wow, Jesus. Oh, my God.
Thank you for this,
Elizabeth. Yeah. Hey,
Hey, guys.
I try to keep this show on track, but I've lost control tonight. And I apologize, Elizabeth.
She said, hey, guys, what's with the 3-fight card coming up next weekend? You think that'll get filled with a bunch of short notice crap fights? You might be looking at UFC.com. UFC.com is, which makes no sense, the most unreliable site for UFC.
It has to be official for it to be.
It's the most, is it not the most unreliable place for UFC fight information?
Well, they actually added all of them now.
They have all, yeah. How many are there? 11, 13?
I can count real quick. 1, 2, 3.
Remember
4,
when I mentioned Connecticut,
5,
top 3? He's from Indiana.
6, 7, 9,
Indiana.
12.
No
13,
offense to other people from
14.
Indiana.
There's 15.
Shut the fuck up. For UFC Vegas 67, there's 15 fights.
I just counted out loud. Did you not hear me?
Answer me this. Do they have Shavkat Rakhmonov on there?
No.
Oh.
They have Abdul Razak Al-Hassan.
Well, he's on the card. No Rakhmonov. All right, maybe it's updated. Great. I don't know what you're looking at for a 3-fight card. You're fucking with me?
Yeah, I counted out loud and I said like 9, 11, 12.
I don't listen
14.
to 90% of what you say. Anyway, Tapology is the authority on this, which is crazy. Thank you for the super chat.
UFC.com, Elizabeth.
Not needed, but appreciated. Dr. Y, $2. What's impressive about this is, Jacob, it's not $1.99. It's $2 full dollars.
That's that Midwest education.
Oh, he's in the Midwest. He's offended. Go Jacob. Boo Anthony.
What do you think, Doc? Because there's a big argument about what actually the Midwest even is. My Midwest is
anywhere an airline just flies clean.
My
over
Midwest
and
is
land.
Michigan.
I'm getting a drink. I'll be back.
My Midwest is Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa is probably my Midwest. But I think the actual Midwest is not that. They add in like maybe Pennsylvania. They add in something weird. Like Wisconsin is not the Midwest. Wisconsin is the North. That is the North. Midwest states. You guys agree with me? Like, this is crazy. This map I'm looking at right now, this map has the Midwest as Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois. Okay. And Iowa. I said that. Then they have Missouri, Kansas.
Missouri.
Kansas is not the Midwest.
I consider Missouri the South.
Yeah. And Kansas is the West. Nebraska is the West. South Dakota is the West. They have North Dakota as the Midwest. That's North. Minnesota's North.
It literally has it in the name.
And they don't even have Kentucky. I would put Kentucky as Midwest, and Tennessee is South. But I think it's Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, and Iowa.
Pennsylvania is weird to me. So I grew up in Connecticut, obviously. Wrestled, coached wrestling a giant portion of my life. Pennsylvania has the best wrestlers in the entire country. Period. End of story. High school wrestlers in Pennsylvania will fucking smoke high school wrestlers in any other country. And it is literally statistically proven that Pennsylvania produces more high school national champions than any other state.
Because of the Amish milk.
I don't consider Pennsylvania Midwest. I'm in the Northeast.
No, of course not. It's not.
And the problem with Pennsylvania is this long.
Why'd you bring that? Nobody even said anything, but you just made that up on your own. Nobody even mentioned Pennsylvania. Of course, it's not part of the Midwest.
You listed it just now.
No, I did not. I just fucking did not say Pennsylvania. I said my Midwest is Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan.
Your Midwest, Iowa. But the list you read off the internet.
No, there's no fucking. I'm looking at it right now. It's Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa. No fucking Pennsylvania on this goddamn map. What the fuck, man?
I have to pull up our live stream. And
I'm going to have to come over there and make sure you're okay at like 2 in the morning. I don't know where
Did this motherfucker... All right, Dr. Y said you said Pennsylvania. You fucking clown bitch.
Pennsylvania.
Let's double or nothing.
I said
fuck
some
you.
People might.
Shut up. Shut up.
Some people might say that. I didn't say it was part of it.
So you fucking said it. So
I didn't say anything about it being actually part of fucking. I did not fucking say anything about being Midwest.
Dude, I know you didn't say it in your list.
Thing. You're like a
Pennsylvania
drunken fool right now. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
This is what we're gonna do. I know you didn't say it without slurring. Shut the fuck up.
Act like I'm a cop right now, and you got to act sober.
I know you didn't say Pennsylvania in your personal list. But Pennsylvania came out of your fucking mouth in this conversation. Let's double or nothing your January revenue from We Want Picks on this.
I know I said it at some point.
Oh, then fuck you. You're wrong. I'm right. Not in the same context.
I said it earlier, not in any context where you can be like, because listen, your whole fucking point was, so I don't consider Pennsylvania part of the Midwest. Nobody even talked about it. We made that very clear at the very beginning.
You talked about it
at the very beginning.
You talked about it.
Shut the fuck up. And all of a sudden, you're like on this little tangent about fucking Pennsylvania wrestlers.
You talked about Pennsylvania in the Midwest.
Someone said, shit, he did the Italian hand thing.
No, because I went like this. Did you or did you not, while ranting about what is and is not Midwest, say the word Pennsylvania? Yes or no?
I don't even think you were here.
Yes or no? I wasn't here, dipshit. But this is technology, and that was in my fucking ear, and I heard everything you said. Did you or did you not say the word Pennsylvania?
I said it, I did at the beginning.
So then fuck
and I
you.
Said no, because your whole point of bringing it up was to like add to the conversation about being in. I was very clear in the beginning that Pennsylvania was not part of the Midwest, and you were like, oh, speaking of Pennsylvania, I've got a big boner right now because I can start talking about wrestling and I fucking love it. Now I'm getting all sweaty. Let me put my singlet on. That's what you probably heard Pennsylvania in the other room. You went, show us right now if you have a singlet on. I guarantee the second you heard Pennsylvania, you thought wrestling, you went to your room and put on a fucking singlet, and now your balls are sweating like crazy because that thing is tight now. And so that thing is tight now. That thing's stretching.
First of all, you said Pennsylvania. And are we going to double or nothing or not double or nothing? Your January, you said yes?
I said Pennsylvania.
In what context did you say Pennsylvania?
I said in the beginning, like some people would consider, but obviously it's not.
So while discussing what is or is not in the Midwest, you broached Pennsylvania as yes or no in the Midwest.
Broached. Oh, here we go. Can't wait to look that word up tonight.
If you have to look up broach, all this does is reinforce why the Midwest is fucking hot dumpster fire trash city.
Raise for discussion. He broached the subject he had been avoiding all evening. Pierce to draw liquor. Well, that figures. You would like that. I mean, that's right.
Wait, what did it say? What did it say? What did it say?
Something about drawing liquor. That's probably what it was probably a Freudian slip at your point. You're so drunk that you just spew out alcoholic terminology.
Dude, drunk Angelo public school education absolutely fucking wrecks Jacob, fake sober, surprisingly strong pee stream Jacob from Indiana. That pee stream was impressive. Honestly, good for you.
Broach.
We knew how to pronounce it, you fucking half-wit.
I would try to do it in Spanish if you said it in fucking English.
And there's that education again.
Broach.
Broche. 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 Broche.
Broached. Fucking clueless.
Dr. Y, I have been called Anthony. I get called Anthony now. I've got a real job. This isn't my only job. I'm not MMA Lock of the Night. What MMA Lock of the Night did was abandoned whatever his actual revenue stream was for his job, became a full-time content creator. Jacob and I, do you consider, we're not content creators. Do you consider yourself a content creator?
I am Mr. fucking
Cut the fuck up. I will never consider myself... Content. Dude, content creator is such a fucking douche term.
I'm with Ariel. Yeah, of course I'm a content creator. This is content. This is what I'm doing right now. I mean, if you consider yourself, I mean, that's not very, if you don't think you're not, the whole point is to make content to entertain people and then they sign up for shit. I mean, that's the whole point.
I guess the difference between,
that's my goal, Angelo. We must have different goals, Angelo, because I'm here for the people trying to entertain, inform,
bang! That's the fucking difference.
And inform and make people money. And guess what, Angelo? I'm the fucking best at it, baby.
The word entertain is the difference. You're here to entertain. I'm here to provide value. Great mic drop. Oh, I couldn't drop the mic because I'm rich and have a fucking... Shut the fuck up. Show us your whole apartment. Fucking...
How much time you got?
You know what's funny? We went to... let me back up to mean drunk Angelo. I'm very mean. If you guys... I'm sure you guys have figured this fuck out.
Honestly, I don't know how many people are in here, but the people that tuned in, if you're watching this, I do apologize for his behavior.
100%. I'm very mean.
I'm embarrassed.
Listen.
At this point, I'm embarrassed and scared for the future of the channel.
I'm not. I don't think I'll ever say anything that'll get us canceled. I'm not gonna slap my wife on fucking camera.
Not on camera. Yeah.
Well, that's the difference. Here's the thing. I'm not like the nicest person in the world. I'm not mean. I'm not rude. I grew up in the Northeast, so I have a lot of Northeast energy. And then on top of that, my parents are immigrants. So I have immigrant Northeast energy, which is not always the greatest of all or the most friendly of all energy, right? Tiffany, all the time. We have neighbors, and we moved into a neighborhood here in Texas. The neighbor's mowing the lawn. I fucking look at him. He doesn't make eye contact with me. I go, fuck this guy, and that's it. I never talk to him, ever. And Tiffany's like, what the fuck? Why don't you say hi to that guy? I go, fuck that guy. I fucking stared at him. He wouldn't look at me, and he didn't say hi. He can go fuck himself. Meanwhile, I have great relationships with the rest of the neighbors because I'm a normal person. Anyway, I'm not the nicest guy that's ever existed. But I'm normal, and I'm me, and I'll always be me. I don't consider myself a content creator. I am not here for entertainment purposes. The entertainment is huge. You are the entertainment. We are a yin and a yang. I'm here to say Shavkat Rachmanov at minus 315 is the best value you're going to get in the history of time. You're here to say, oh, listen to my peace stream. I like Amanda Hebos. I'm allergic to the sun. My legs are too short.
I think you're discrediting me a little bit. I made a lot of people a lot of money.
You definitely have some phenomenal bets, and you made a lot of people a lot of money. But I'm not, that's not the point.
I'm not just the clown, Angelo.
I agree.
I'm the Joker. I'm the Riddler. And now I'm Two-Face. And now I'm also Two-Face.
I'm the Joker, I'm the Riddler, and I am Danny DeVito Penguin because I'm short as dick. Go ahead, restart that.
And I'm also Two-Face.
Two-Face, that's a solid joke, and I get it, and I appreciate it. And, listen, I have childhood friends I grew up with, right? They're some of my best friends in the world. One of them is hounding me right now to fly from Dallas to Naples for a fucking dinner. One dinner. With him and one other dude.
Sounds like a sugar daddy.
And I'm on the fence. No, I got to pay my own way. And I'm on the fence.
You have to pay, but then if you
I mean, if we get to dinner and I order a couple apps, fuck you. I paid for my own flight, my own hotel, and it's
swanky. Enough night, I think he pulls out. I think he refunds you the price.
I would hope so. Saltgrass. Do you live in Texas? You fucking trash below the belt motherfucker.
What?
Saltgrass is you don't know this because you're in Frisco, and Frisco is classy. I'm in Prosper, which is also very classy.
Elizabeth, the reason he said that is because Elizabeth says she's gonna be in Dallas in 3 weeks and she needs a good place to eat steak or something.
Well, then Big Capper is being sarcastic because Saltgrass is not. Saltgrass sucks. It's a local chain. It's a trash city. We did hear Demir retired, which was bizarre. It was out of nowhere.
I mean, and the fact that Armin, I struggled. I mean, nearly lost that fight.
Struggled.
To a guy that was having health issues, doesn't even want to fight, was going to retire. I don't know what his plan was if he won the fight, but it sounded like either way he was going to retire because he has health. The fact that your king, this dude Armin, could barely even take this guy down. Well, I'm talking about the chat mostly, not necessarily you, but I mean, holy shit. That's not a good look for Armin. I'm the biggest Armin hater in the world. I don't even give a shit.
Listen, you weren't. Were you on the? My love for Armin started when he was a 2-1 favorite.
No, I was making fun of you.
Armin Sarukian was a 2-1 favorite over Joel Alvarez. And I said that, and I'm like, of course I'm betting on Armin. Armin's going to take him down and beat his ass, and that's the end of this. And the Joel Alvarez army came for my head. The comments, I have never seen more hate from MMA than when I said Armin, a 2-1 favorite. It was not a hot take. It wasn't, I didn't pick some wild this was not a hot take. I picked a 2-1 favorite, and people still came for my head. And then Armin went out there. What did Armin do to Joel Alvarez, Jacob?
He nearly got submitted a few different times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he impregnated him.
I think it was a doctor.
I'm pretty sure Joel Alvarez, after Arnold Schwarzenegger, was the first man to be impregnated because Joel Alvarez.
Well, I think that was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's what I said, after Arnold Schwarzenegger. What the fuck is wrong?
I wasn't fucking
Jesus Christ.
I really thought I had some. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I said it 2 seconds ago. Whoa. I literally said after Arnold Schwarzenegger. And a lot of our audience is like 12 years old. And we got a lot of Chris Hansen vibes going on here. But
was it Mr. Mom? Or what was the movie called?
Twins, you fucking absolute Midwest
Wasn't there like
white
a
trash
Mr. Mom
piece
or
of
something
shit.
that was like the same concept?
Mr. Mom was a different movie with entirely different actors, and no man was pregnant. Twins.
You know what movie I watched fucking all the time? We always watched it with the neighbor kids. First of all, Spice World was one of them. We love Spice World. That's a fantastic movie.
Dude, hold on. When you said the movie I watched I literally was like, let me think of the fucking most feminine movie of all time. And then I couldn't think of something. You said Spice World. You beat me to it. Congratulations.
I love Spice World. we watched it because it was me. I was probably like 8, 9, 10, something like that. My sister is 3 years younger than me, and then the girl next door was like at the same age as her, and then the son was even younger. So it was like us kids, always with the babysitter, always whatever, because my parents went out with their parents. Anyway, we would watch Spice World, and the other one was 3 Men and a Lady. You ever seen 3 Men and a Lady?
Of course.
Yeah, fucking fantastic film. We watched that all over and over.
It was 3 Men and a Little Lady.
It wasn't? It makes more sense.
The sequel was 3 Men and a Lady.
No, the sequel is 3 Men and a Baby.
Oh, okay.
I think. I just saw that pop up.
Oh, it was 3 Men and a Baby. The sequel was 3 Men and a Lady.
A little.
Because she got older.
Yeah. But the one we watched was 3 Men and a Little Lady. What a fantastic show. You know, another good movie that I forgot about that is that was like fantastic is the Man of the House with Chevy Chase and JT.
Dude, you know what's so funny? I love
that movie. I watched it so many times.
I agree. You know what's so funny? You should understand this and appreciate this. So this past weekend for New Year's, we rented a cabin in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Broken Bow, Oklahoma is where bougie people like myself from the DFW area go on vacation to pretend that they are woodsmen. Okay, that's what it is. That's where people go. So we went to Broken Bow, Oklahoma, rented a cabin, pretended we knew how to live in the woods. And my brother-in-law, who is honestly fantastic, he's funny, he's great, whatever, tried to start a fire. Couldn't start a fire. And I said, Jay.
With a lighter.
The fucking more
kerosene.
lighter fluid than I've ever seen. Anyway. In Jay's
Kerosene's
defense,
the trick. By the way, kerosene.
In Jay's
burns slower, burns hotter. You know.
In Jay's defense,
and you won't kill yourself with kerosene.
In Jay's defense, every night it gets cold. There's dew on the ground. Everything's a little damp in the morning. We try to start this fire. He didn't have much success. I said, Jay, I was an Indian guide in the early 90s. Indian guides is what was in Man of the House.
Right.
It's like, I don't know if they still exist or not. My parents are divorced. My mother and father are not from this country. They moved to America. They got married way too young. My parents are like not old at all because they had me at a very young age. English was not even my first language. It is now, obviously. It wasn't when I was a kid. Anyway, my parents got divorced. My dad signed me up for the Indian Guides instead of the Boy Scouts. I don't know why, but whatever. I was an Indian guide. Learn how to build some fucking fires in the Indian Guides, Jacob. I built a fire.
What was your Indian name?
I don't even remember.
Fat
that
fuck.
shit. Thick branch.
We will call you Fat Fuck.
I was a fat kid.
Just straight to the
Dude,
point.
I didn't start wrestling.
Not even like Happy Panda or anything like that.
Honestly, I didn't start wrestling.
The Curious Elephant.
I didn't start wrestling till later in life. And this fucking Ice Viking, of course your first language changes. Of course it does. My first language growing up was Italian. It was not English. Then I started school.
Hey.
Yep. Then I started school and I was behind. I was behind. I wasn't doing well because
that makes sense. That adds up.
I was with my mom all day speaking Italian. My father was working and he wasn't home, so I was speaking Italian all day.
Rough life, huh?
Whatever.
Tell us more about it.
Then I go to school. I'm falling behind. And the school is like, hey, this kid, whatever. So my dad was like,
he might have
no.
A touch.
My dad, look at that forehead. My dad was like, no more Italian in the house. We can't. We're in America. He's having issues in America. No more Italian. So then Italian was abandoned and it was English from then on out. So for you to say your first language doesn't change is coming from somebody that only speaks one single language. Anyway, and Mr. D is 100% spot on. It is slobber and it is spit. I'm backing up. Anyway, we're in Broken Bow. We rented this cabin in Oklahoma. We're pretending we live in the woods and not in like a fucking subdivision outside of Dallas. And he can't light a fire. I go, listen, Jay, I was an Indian guide. I got this. You know what I did? I fucking scooped up all the pine needles. I started a base. Then I sent all the kids, my 2 kids, and there was other children, but only the young kids wanted to participate. I sent my 2 kids, a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 7-year-old, I think, to go forage. I said, get some small sticks and some medium-sized sticks. And we built a base. Jacob, I lit that shit on fire. That shit burned longer than the Olympic torch. That is still burning. That is still burning today. You won't piss fire longer than that fire is lasting. What are you laughing about?
I couldn't say it.
Good for you. James Cameron, I don't know why you're here. You're not here for the stories. You're not here for the picks. I don't know why you're here. Anyway, I was an Indian guide.
Someone appreciates. Guys, this is my life 95% of the time is Angelo's usually drinking and he just doesn't stop talking and he gets argumentative and he yells profanities at me. I mean, you guys know what I'm putting up with.
First of all, Herb Dean, I've done hatless videos. Just rewind and you'll find them.
Be kind, rewind.
Second of all, this all started with Jacob mentioning the JTT movie, Man of the House. He was an Indian guide, and that whole movie is based off the Indian guides. The ongoing joke the entire weekend was me being like, Jay, listen, hey. I was an Indian guide. in 1994. I get it. It's fine. I know how to start this fire. That's my hair. That legit, obviously that's photoshopped by Jacob. That legit was my hair from 1999 to 2003. That is what my hair looked like. Real Johnny Guido.
I love that
Dragon Ball Z vibes.
Oh shit! Look at this.
If you don't think we trimmed our eyebrows, you're out of your mind.
Imagine someone just tuned in and this is what they see.
I can't imagine that. I'm getting a refill. I'll be right back. Keep them entertained, and remember, I can hear what you're saying.
You just put everyone to sleep, including me, and now you like tell me, oh yeah, flip the switch, go ahead and entertain them. All right, let's do a little song and dance, guys. Here we go. Let's stretch out.
Okay.
Oh, are you leaving or what? Get the fuck out of here. All right, Angela put us all back to sleep. We need to wake up. We need to get the blood flowing through the body. We don't need clogged arteries. A lot of times in your legs, when you're just sitting for a long time, they close up. You get a heart attack. We got to stretch it out, okay? Let's start off with some hand stretching. All right, shake it out, shake it out. This is big with video games, too. If you guys have been video games, maybe you're the typer, type all day. Shake it out, okay? Shake it out. All right, next we're going to do a little arm stretch, side to side here. Count of 1, 2, 3. Great job, left arm now. 1, 2, and breathe. And we're going to breathe in and we're going to fucking breathe out, okay? Breathe it out. And you're going to bring it in. And we're going to breathe it out, okay? Now we're going to go head over. We're going to hold that. 1, 2, 3, and breathe, okay? 1, other side, 2, 3, and breathe, okay? Next, what we're going to do. I don't know. Oh, my God. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on anymore. Jacob, over under body count of 200. Shit, it's under. I mean, that's not even a realistic number, to be honest with you.
If it's in pounds, it's over. If it's in pounds, it's over.
That's what you thought of?
I got there. Am I wrong?
Did you take that singlet off?
Of course. Sorry, answering a text.
Jesus, this is you see why you guys are... hopefully you guys are a little bit more appreciative of me after some of the moments on this stream. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Because we drive those things. Saturdays, those things are driven. Start to finish. We are all gas, no fucking brakes. And Angelo's right. I mean, he drives 2 feet. Always riding that brake.
Okay. Anyway,
I drive a clutch, by the way. I mean, I drive at 6. My car's a 6-speed. For the women out there, Amanda, I can drive a 6-speed. And you can
congratulations, as can I and most people that grew up when we grew up.
I guarantee there isn't fucking 10% of the chat that can drive a stick. There is no anyone that says they can are fucking lying. There's 3 of you that can drive a stick. Who is it? Let's hear the 3. There literally is 3, maybe 5 of you that know how to drive a stick, and that's it. Everyone else is fucking lying. Dr. Y from the Midwest, definitely. I know that motherfucker can drive a stick. Ryan Jordan seems like a liar. Mr. D, Mr. D, not sure about that one either. Ice Viking, also a liar. Kim, I can drive stick. That's how I learned to drive. Kim, you can't fucking drive a stick. Elizabeth, me, my dad. No, I mean, I can't. Women can't even drive at all. I didn't think. Did they get licenses?
I0 with the most accurate comment. You guys drive? That's honestly a very normal comment to make.
Can I be honest? In the Discord, Jesus Christ. He was gone for a few days.
I prefer if you weren't.
And I missed him. I missed him.
Okay. Congratulations. Listen, we had topics to talk about. We're 2.5 hours in. I did a lot of ranting and raving.
Damn, Ryan Jordan had a 94 Celica.
Well, Jacob has Jacob has a 2023 Miata. Oh man.
You know what the MX-5, and it was the most badass car. I mean, that's how we met. Literally, that car is how we met. I was out washing my car, and you walked by, and that's how we met.
said,
so
I don't have.
We should put that car belongs in a fucking museum. Is where it fucking belongs. Eventually, once I make it big, I'm gonna buy that car back. You know what they always do with the fucking
like Rocky,
shit.
how
anyway,
he sold
the car.
Sylvester Stallone stole his dog and then bought his dog back.
The car that I fucking love. My aunt had one when I was a kid. She was like the young cool aunt or whatever. When I was a kid, and she would always take us was a Eagle Talon. Oh my god, those cars were fucking awesome. And then these twins that I went to high school with, they both got lime green Eagle Talons. They both had the exact same car. But Eagle Talons were fucking the shit, man. You even know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know. Let me Google it real quick to judge.
Well, I'll pull it up if you need it.
Eagle Talons.
Like that bad boy.
It's,
doesn't look like
actual pictures of Eagles. Eagle Talon car.
Sports car.
Yep. I remember it now. Got it. Yeah. Nailed it. What a fucking loser car. You fucking love those?
No, it was like that. I mean, that was the Need for Speed car, right? The Eagle Talon.
Are you serious right now? You think the Eagle Talon was in the Need for Speed?
Eagle Talon was a fucking badass car. If your argument right now is the Eagle Talon is not a cool car, then you're fucking wrong.
You think the Eagle Talon? Okay.
I mean, right now when you look at it, it looks stupid, but back then it was a fucking badass car.
Eagle Talon, Need for Speed. Oh, okay. The Talon appears in Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit, as a police pursuit vehicle. They said this car is so fucking dumb. Let's make it the villain in a car racing video game. That's what they did. And that's your favorite car? But you drove a Mazda Miata. You and your buddy Rick drove a Mazda Miata.
You would have been better if you were like you and your buddy Rick. If you paused it, it would have been a little bit better delivery.
Drove a Mazda
like you
Miata.
almost outed me. Like you and your
Big Capper.
I do miss Rick though.
I don't go hunting. I'm a big clay shooter, though. And I should go hunting. My brother-in-law is a big duck hunter.
What I just realized?
Shut the fuck up. I'm a big duck hunter, and I'm going to start soon.
The White Vader guy, that's his name. The hand is in his name. I thought he was putting that for every message.
What? What do you mean?
Look at the White Vader guy in the chat.
Oh,
you don't look at YouTube chat.
No. I see it. It's in the title.
Yeah. I thought for every message he started off
with. Don't you remember who was that dude? Oh man, he would always post pics and bets and like, oh, I'm the best. And then he had a normal name, and the middle finger was no.
Oh.
No, that person's not. And he would post a middle finger, but then he canceled membership because even though he's
Josh Locks.
Yes. He's phenomenal at betting, but can't afford the $10. That's who I was talking about. It's Josh Middlefinger Locks. Makes millions of dollars betting, but like $10 is too much. It's him. It was in his name. It took me a little while to figure that out.
I don't agree with that.
I'm not going to poverty shame either, but when I mentioned that last time, I've never seen somebody get more defensive. It was Chris Hansen defensive vibes. Whoa, no, she needed help with her bicycle tire. It was those vibes. Not that, no, and I'm not connecting those two dots.
She just needed to get a little pumped.
Yeah, and I'm not connecting those dots. My point was, I made a joke about people canceling membership when there's not fights. Recognized his name because it's a very recognizable
just so you know,
name.
Every time you cancel your membership, Angelo
I get an email. I screenshot
he calls me and he's like, "Can you believe so and so canceled their membership?" It's like
luckily we get far more new signups than cancellations.
Well, they're so infrequent, literally, that you're like every time somebody's like, "Can you believe this person canceled?"
Dude, I take it personal. I literally take it. A cancellation will come through. And I will send it to Jacob. We have well over 1,000 premium members. And very few people cancel membership. And I will screenshot it and send it to Jacob. I go, what the fuck? Sometimes I'll blame it on Jacob. This is because you are short and pathetic and you're allergic to the sun. Other times, whatever. Anyway, I sent it to Jacob. I said, this is so-and-so from the live chat who pushes his own bets. Because some of the names are recognizable, and I get an email on all of them. And I mentioned it in our last Drunken live stream. I pinned it. And I made a comment saying, people canceling when there's not fights for a week are cheap. Something like that. And then I pinned this person's comment, but didn't specifically address it. Just moved on. And it was really just for me and Jacob.
Wait, did you set me up to say that? You knew what the name was and you were just setting me up?
Yes.
Damn it.
That's
Sorry,
that Midwest.
Josh.
That's that Midwest education for you.
Sorry, Josh.
That really is the difference between me and you. Right there. Right there. Difference
I just wasn't paying attention.
No, yeah.
Because I was like looking at something else and I heard you just like talking about it and I was like, oh, I think I know who that is.
Yep. Anyway, and I'm just fucking around.
See, Josh just fucking he got talent.
Honestly, I'm just fucking around here because Josh has been a solid contributor and he's super chatted and he's done all the things. I was just shaming him because I recognize the name, but I made a smart ass comment about canceling premium. Every single morning I wake up to 30, 40, 50 emails of premium memberships that go through because it goes through monthly. And I wake up to those. I go through the spreadsheet, make my own adjustments, whatever. And then I saw that name come through. I'm like, I recognize that fucking name. And then Jacob and I are drinking, doing this exact stream like a week ago when I see that person commenting like crazy. So I make a comment. I go, people who cancel in the off weeks, And I pin his comment. Has nothing to do with anything that I said, but I pin his comment. He's smart enough to pick up on what I was doing. And immediately was like, fuck you. All my bets are third party verified. I don't need you. Eat shit. Like went fucking berserk. And I just left it at that. So we may have lost a permanent subscriber. He might not be signing back up. Jacob, what do you think the weakest division is right now? And we'll go in a little bit. It's been a while. What do you think the weakest division is right now? In UFC.
Probably women's featherweight, if you want to be honest, but that's not fun to talk about.
That is honest. That's not what I was looking for, but you're 100% correct. What's the second weakest?
It's got to be 185. It's got to be 185.
I was thinking 85 or 205.
So one of those for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because 85 has Adesanya, who's phenomenal.
Because even the heavyweights aren't too bad right now. There's some decent prospects for the heavyweights.
No, and this slide started with me talking to Josh on the phone. Josh runs our website. I was talking to Josh on the phone, and Josh was like, dude, people will literally like tweet us like crazy saying heavyweight sucks. And it's like, how could you say the heavyweight division sucks?
You might have John Jones in it, for God's sake.
Francis Ngannou, John Jones, potentially. Cyril Gane. Dude, like, the heavyweight's actually very interesting, but there is a difference, Jacob, between exciting fights and talent. Because welterweight, for example, has maybe one exciting fight on the board. Welterweight might be the most boring division, but the most stacked division at the exact same time.
Well, I mean, we just watched one of the fight of the years in the welterweight division with Stephen Thompson and Kevin Holland.
That was a phenomenal fight. Neither one of them are in
Chimaev's up there. Gilbert Burns, a fun guy to watch.
Chimaev is not at 70 anymore. He's at 85.
We have wait, what? What did you say? Oh, Chimaev is a
he's an 85 pounder.
He said he could do it if he has enough time.
Nah, he's done. He's out.
My guy.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. The entire welterweight division is Leon Edwards, great. Usman and Colby Covington. And we've seen Usman and Covington fight 3 times already. That's it.
Well, you have
twice.
Shavkat Rachmanov.
Well, he does. His fight's gone.
Yeah, Michelle Pajeda.
He's in title contention. If he's in title contention, then yes, that's one of the weakest.
He's a ranked fighter.
Then that's one of the weakest weight classes.
Michelle Pajeda's good. I don't know what your issue with Michelle Pajeda.
He's very good, but he's not. He's
going to beat the fuck out of Sean Brady. I'll tell you that. He's going to beat the absolute fuck out of Sean Brady. There's no doubt. I love Sean Brady. Listen, I love Sean Brady. He got fucking exposed in his last fight. If he would have got out wrestled by Bilal, that's fine. You know, that happens. Bilal's a great wrestler. But to get just outstruck like that and then a standing TKO where you're just getting the shit kicked out of you basically by Bilal Muhammad, Michelle Pajeda is a powerful striker. And yes, he does some wild shit, but he's very, very talented. And on the ground, he's good enough to withstand, because Sean Brady doesn't have like crazy good takedowns. He's a good grappler, but he's not really a wrestler. Michelle Pajeda is very well versed on the ground. I think Michelle Pajeda puts this dude out in the first round. I love Sean Brady. I think it's a bad matchup for him.
I don't know if he's going to put him out. But I agree.
Bilal Muhammad put him out.
I've picked Bilal in that fight. Okay, I don't know who you're talking to.
I mean, literally, me and you tried to warn.
What the fuck?
Everyone is like Sean Brady. He's like, oh my god, he was the underdog, but now he's the favorite. Like, oh shit. I'm like, guys, Bilal Muhammad's a real deal, man. Like, you guys are trying to take this lightly and think this and that.
Here's if we rewind, entertainment versus running a business. Yeah. Okay. What a fucking.
Everyone in the chat, we all knew what was going on. Absolutely. And if you didn't, we tried to warn you.
Clown shoe situation. I would argue 205 is the weakest division. I love Glover. I know him personally. I think he absolutely can and will win the belt.
I mean, listen to some of these top 10 guys. Vulcan Ozdemir is number 10. Paul Craig is number 9, who is Ryan Hall 2.0.
Okay.
You have, Kryalov's number 8, so that's is what it is.
Kryalov's the only decent one you've named.
Dude, right. Jamal Hill is getting a title shot number 7, right? And that's even
7?
That's a stretch.
That's a very big stretch.
Because he's got the power, but he's not a well-rounded, good fighter. I
think he might be well-rounded. We just don't know enough yet.
6 is Anthony Smith,
who we've seen murdered with his teeth removed from his face
by an old man, like it was a fucking Breaking Bad episode. Alexander Rakic is number 5. Fucking Jan Blachowicz is number 4. Who honestly sucks now.
I think Jan's overrated, but he did look really good in that last fight. But go ahead.
He didn't look good. I think Ankalaev was just kind of fucking around.
Those leg kicks and what he did there looked really good. But
you just got saying exciting fighters. I mean, he's not an exciting fighter.
I thought, no, this is weakest, not exciting. Boring.
You were the one that was mentioning the exciting fighter in the 170. You're like, nobody's exciting.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I started naming people. I was like, Michael Chiesa is exciting, Rakhmonov.
I said there are exciting. I said there are exciting fights, but the talent dies after the top 3. Continue. 5.
Oh, well, that's it. We already went through the number. We just read the whole top 10, Angelo. Did you fucking fall asleep?
You didn't read the whole top 10. You stopped.
Oh my God! I said Rakic is 5, Jan is 4, and then the top 3 are obvious. It's Ankalaev, Glover, and Jiri. Holy shit, man! Get it together.
Glover's ranked above Ankalaev?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. I think Glover wins that fight. I got a moneyline bet on him, obviously. But Jacob and I are completely split. And what's interesting about what we do in premium is Jacob and I are split on this. So who do you follow? And if you followed every single bet, both Jacob and mine, Vicious, I see you. I will throw you on screen very quickly. Let me just finish this.
Oh my
Jacob,
God,
we have a call in.
Oh my God. I can't.
It's going to be a penis. He's going to show his penis for positive. If you follow every single bet, Jacob and mine, it has worked out. But if you're only picking and choosing, you could have a rough night.
Angelo is rock hard right now that there's somebody about to call in. So
this is our third call-in show. The first one we had like 6. The second one
there was
0.
3.
No, we had like 6.
It was like 3.
Failed. You're on live, Vicious.
Can you hear me?
What's going on? Oh, we can definitely hear you. How you doing? What's going on?
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm no penises around here. You know,
no penises. Perfect.
No,
I'm leaving.
I joined the.
I'm out of here.
I was the last guest the last time. 281 guy.
Oh yes. Thank you very much. You were great last time.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Because you went to UFC 281 in person.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Good for you.
I'm actually for everybody that's bummed. They can't justify 3,000 to go to Australia. I'm bummed with you.
Oh, for
Perth. As a matter of fact, I do know one person. It's a totally different sports, kind of like group thing for all different other stuff other than UFC. And one guy in the group has been there for already a week and a half, and he's going to be out there for Islam. So he's staying out there for a month and a half.
But he's not there as a fan. He's in there.
No, he says he's going. He says he's going. But
but he's not. He's actually doing work, or he's 100% a fan, just going to hang out and watch.
I have to ask him if it was like a 2-part trip. But I asked him, was he going to Islam, and he said the answer was yes. He has tickets.
That would be an experience. Like if you're gonna do it,
yeah,
across the country, just like like if you went and did like the Dubai ones or something like that, that would be an experience. Holy shit, that'd be incredible. You'd probably die. I mean, Australia. I mean, everything could kill you in Australia, so you're probably gonna die. But
I think you have to take you have to be all the way up on COVID shots, and then I think you got to take a couple things too. Like before you go, you can't just I want to go.
Like you're going to like South America, like a malaria shot or a mosquito shot and stuff like that.
I'm sure, yeah.
For all the weird stuff that can bite you.
That too, but that was gonna be the small problem. It's that $3,000 flight. On a whim that on New York, that was cool to do on a whim. I was already up, it was fun. The missus said, go ahead and have fun.
What state do you live in?
I'm in Missouri as of right now.
Holy shit. Missouri to New York. That's a big trip. That's not nothing.
No, yeah.
That's like Missouri to Australia. It's best at the same distance, I think.
Shut the fuck up, Jacob.
Totally unrelated dude at my job. He just came back from Dubai for his birthday. I'm like, man, just to go for that. That'd be
pretty. Oh yeah.
Wait, so when you went from Missouri to New York, you flew over Indiana?
Yeah.
How'd it look?
You forget though. I'm from Chicagoland area. My mom's in Northwest Indiana, so I know it's like.
So you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
You get us into animals. Indianimals.
You get it. Jesus Christ.
No, but I might. Unfortunately, I guess they still got the BS where you can't go to the Apex unless you're gonna pay for the UFC premium.
Yeah, they force you to buy the VIP, and I can't believe it's $2,500 a person.
I spent that on a whim on All In on New York, and I made it all back and then some with the bets from the picks. So
good.
Oh, that's not. I didn't even think about playing that angle, huh?
Oh yeah,
for it.
That's what I
loaded up.
I told the missus, I'm like, I'm either coming back having the time of my life and thank God everything's paid for, or I'm going to come back and I'm going to have all my money back in my pocket. And sure enough.
Oh, I'm intrigued now.
I mean, that worked out then. That worked out. That's a big trip. I
just put it all in the lock of the week, and that's the easiest money I could ever make. Just load up all in lock of the week. Lock of the week wins.
I had it everywhere. And that was the best card to play it safe. No distance, under 1.5, over 1.5. That was the best card to do that.
100%.
They will probably never get another experience like that on the round props, and
holy
never
shit.
get a chance. Just the whole card to not finishing.
I think UFC 283 is in that same bucket. Anytime we get these country labeled cards, UFC Brazil, UFC London.
People are set up to die.
Those are stacked. UFC 283, which is also technically UFC Brazil. There's a lot of one-sided fights that you can bet those on once those drop for sure.
I see somebody talking about the Islam fight right now. Like that fight's so scary to me. My boy called it right. It's three outcomes. They gonna show each other hell. It's gonna be a very tough decision. I'm like, Islam's gonna get takedowns. Volk's gonna
versus who? Volkanovski.
Yeah. Islam's gonna take him down. He's not gonna be able to hold him down. Volk, when he can keep it standing, he's gonna be piecing him up. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen if that.
I think Islam absolutely murders Volkanovski.
Really?
I think this is a giant mistake. Only because, first of all, there's a size difference, right?
You agree? I want to see how many people are with that.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Yeah, people comment who you think. Man. I just think. I literally already bet on Islam. I think Islam takes Volkanovski down whenever the hell he wants. And I get it. Volkanovski is phenomenal at his weight class. What happened?
If he beats Volk in plain fashion, I'm putting like a minimum of $1,000 on everybody that's in Khabib's camp for the rest of the year.
Because, I mean, like, if we go back and we look at other fights where people went up in weight class.
And also, for what Alberto said, when we go back to fights, when we have the heart, that Charles, it still hurts. I don't even know. We're going to talk about this in a moment. Fight trajectory for Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier. Where the fuck do you go? Where do you go?
Yeah.
Who do you fight?
Yeah.
You didn't fight everybody.
No, I agree. I agree. No, I 100% agree with you there. And Charles Oliveira beat everybody except Islam, and then now what? He's just got to run it back until he's too old to beat these people. So I agree with you there. My only thing here is Volk is coming up in weight. He's already kind of small for his weight class.
He was a 205-pound rugby player.
Yeah, okay. Everybody does ride that point of his heavyweight, which, you know, as just a human being, when you used to carry weight, you know, and you lose weight, and then you there's some part of your body that still has that aspect of either strength.
Yeah, he's gonna feel strong as fuck.
He has no power, dude. You both of you, Jacob and Vicious, have to admit, Volk has no power. When have we seen him use power?
He's very precise. You don't need power if you're precise.
Okay, all right. So we've eliminated power from the conversation then. Got it?
The same buddy that I'm talking about with these outcomes, he is saying that, for example, like he's agreeing that you don't need that much power when you have precision, but however, in this type of fight, one punch knockout power is going to be able to take Islam out. Everybody's going to agree the same thing about Pierre. If you're taking him out, you have to knock him out. You have to put this man away or choke him out. You have to be a crazy submission artist or a crazy knockout.
Yeah, Volk will be live the whole time just because he's a workhorse.
He's not Korean zombie him. He's not Korean zombie him.
No, Volkanovski is a workhorse with unlimited energy and effort. And that guy is exactly what you want in a champion, right? He kicks the shit out of everybody, shows up every day, prepared, ready to go, ready to fight his ass off. But he's not going to step up and wait and beat Islam because Volkanovski
and against Korean zombie, like he's tough.
Well, here's the biggest question mark is and I mentioned, and this is how I broke down the Nunes and Juliana Pena fight. Can Juliana Pena put some doubt in the mind of Nunes, because I know she had lost before, but she's never really been, or she hadn't been there in a long time where somebody actually tested her. She was just running through everyone.
She wasn't pushed,
Islam has never had a moment where he was behind. He got knocked out, but that was a one punch. He's never felt the pressure of
Sarukian took his ass down.
He didn't fucking take his ass down. That's a fucking bullshit stat. It's like the most bullshit takedown ever. But
out of all the fighters in the UFC, you know, I have no shade against anybody. I'm a nice guy in real life. I don't dislike.
You sound like a nice guy on this stream, so you're good.
But Sarukian, bro, just man, like,
you know what? Fuck you. You're off the stream. I'm getting rid of you.
Just either give him a title shot again, or just get him out of there. He's in the way.
You just want him done because he's gonna beat everybody that you think is good and then lose to the champ. Is that what you're saying? He's the Kobe Covington of that weight class. He'll beat the good people and lose to the champ.
He's a bum.
Jacob, take the floor. I know.
That guy's a bum. The guy. I mean, Demir had one leg, literally one eye, health conditions. I mean, the guy. I don't know what he was going through.
The dude quit. Yeah, he's done with MMA. He got beat so bad he quit.
Armin could barely even. And I don't even know. I mean, when you look at I don't know if you've rewatched the fight. I think Demir won that fight. I mean, I've rewatched it like a couple days ago. I think Demir won that fight. I mean, defended the takedowns, had the good striking, definitely won the striking exchanges. Armin did zero damage, never had Demir in any danger at all. I think Demir won that fight.
That sounds about right.
If they would have did one of those opposite decisions on that, that's what the fans and the judges would have stood on the fact that, like, there was no. Did he even attempt a submission attempt on him all the times he did eventually?
I think at the very end, after Demir, because of his health issues, was kind of getting a little bit tired. But that's not his fault, you know. The guy was.
Hey guys, let me read you some statistics.
I mean,
how many minutes?
Armin. So.
How many minutes was that?
Go to the
fight?
striking.
No, I'll read all of the stats. That fight was 15 minutes. Okay. Armin Sarukian had 9.5 minutes of control time in a 15-minute fight.
Do you know what that control time was? That was holding him against the fence. That wasn't on the ground control time.
Jacob, how many takedowns do you think Armin got?
I think it was 6.
7. Jacob, how many...
Right back to the feet.
How many significant strikes do you think Armin landed?
I think it was 50 to 51. Demir had 51.
34 to 36. Total strikes was 50 to 51.
Wait. Okay. But 34 to 36, right? That was a greater number on Demir's side. Got it.
Sliding combat, another side comment. Benil Dariush for president. We riding him for that.
Honestly, I think Benil Dariush,
Man, he's a stud.
I'll say thought instead of think.
Overrated piece of shit.
I thought he was.
Stud, Jacob.
I honestly, you know what's so annoying?
You know what's so annoying is he basically
he's got to take down defense.
Gamrot,
no offense.
What Demir did to Armin. That was the
Vader,
same
GG.
fight. Was just defending takedowns, no problem. Really didn't do anything else, and all of a sudden he's beating Gamrot just because he can defend a few takedowns. Put him in a 25.
Didn't he drop
fight.
Gamrot?
Well, I mean,
for White Vader's comment, I'd fly to the moon for that fight.
Dariush versus Dustin.
I would fly to the moon for that fight. Dustin came into James Brown at 281. I was fucking drunk. That shit, I got that video. Bro, he came in like the man. I mean, he came out in business. The fans love him. All the women out there loved him. You know,
nobody can deny that Dustin is fucking awesome. Yeah, is he top 3, one of the best fighters on the planet? I don't think so.
He's there for a reason.
Yeah, well, I actually don't think just talent for talent, skill for skill. I don't think he is. But I will say he's fucking
underrated as a fighter.
Yeah, I think he's underrated as fuck. But But once again, back to the original comment, at the ranking that he's at, the fucking stacked weight class that he's in, where the fuck does he go? It has to be a belt change now, right away. You know what I'm saying? For him to make a run and get it one more time. And if he does, him and Chandler are like both in the business mindset. He had a hot sauce. He's got hot sauce out now, Dustin. And then
I think the difference is Chandler doesn't mind being that entertaining guy, where Dustin doesn't want to get his ass beat. I don't think Dustin enjoys being
Chandler. Chandler cares more about being entertaining. Yeah.
He said, I was afraid of this fight for health reasons. Just because I knew we would fuck each other up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I love Dustin Poirier. I think he's a little overrated. You guys said under. I think he's a little overrated.
Very complete fighter.
No, I think Chandler's underweighted as well too, White Vader. Bro, he's got the nastiest knockout on Ferguson. I'll be 90 years old showing my kids that knockout. Are you kidding me?
I show kids those type of things.
Bro,
I agree.
I got a son on the way. He's gonna be a UFC fan. It's gonna be crazy.
That would be fun.
I think actually, real quick, what's your vicious? What do you think is the weakest, not the least exciting, but the weakest division in the UFC right now?
Me and my boy talked about this the other day too. Only because it's so bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the UFC is going to bring certain people along, and I just don't know how. In certain divisions, there's too many people that are like, oh shit, we need to bring him along. Like, there's so many fighters. It's going to be Funky Town all 2023 bantamweight,
yeah,
or it's going to be change hands like 3 times.
So you think bantamweight's the weakest division?
I don't like it as much.
Bantamweight's loaded.
It's super loaded, but in the aspect of, I love their fighters. Don't get me wrong. As far as when you say boring,
well, no, I'm saying weakest, not boring. Actually,
is actually really, really dominant. Everybody thinks
he's huge too. He's fucking tremendous.
Everybody thinks he's overrated, and I'm now on the side of like, whoa, he might be the man. His age, what he's able to do, you know what I mean? And he's willing to fight. You know, people that, like taking Cejudo in where he's at, he didn't have to do that, but he is.
Listen, I'm a giant Henry Cejudo fan. I hate that Henry Cejudo retired. I love that he's back. But I was a big fan of this matchup. I think Aljamain beats him only because he's fucking huge for that weight class. Huge for that weight class. And Henry Cejudo hasn't fought in a few years.
It's different when the bigger guy is able to, say, I'll take on anybody. Pierre can say, I can take on everybody. Fucking Drew Dober's fucking crazy. He's talking about he wants to fight Jalen Turner, fucking 6'3". Like, that's
he wants to really test that chin, man. He just really wants to test.
I mean, at this point, let him do whatever he wants. It's ridiculous.
If he sleeps him, we riding him.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. Drew Dober. Drew Dober is gonna have. He has an incredible. What he's doing is amazing. He's going to have one of the hardest falls we've ever seen in this sport. That chin's going to give out one day.
Especially because he's self-aware of, he knows his chin will hold up. So it's like he knows.
You guys follow Aljo on social media?
Do what?
Yes, we do.
So, people talking about he's scared. So when he takes this fight, he's already like congratulating on their future win so they can fight each other.
What do you mean? He's like, great job, Drew Dober.
Yeah. So he said, great job. I'll see you soon, Chito.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Yeah, don't bring up Chito. Oh my God.
Sandhagen, which I don't see. Me and my boy both agree on that.
I think he smokes, Corey.
You're out of your fucking mind, Jacob. I'll bet you straight up.
You hate Chito.
I don't hate Chito. I just think I love. And Chito fights are very entertaining. I just think it's insane to think that Chito's the better fighter because he's only winning these fights because he does have insane power. I'm not going to deny that. How can anybody deny that? But you can't build your entire career only on power.
Easy. 1 + 1 = 2 a lot of times.
Jacob, $100 straight up. Straight up $100 right now?
Okay.
Okay, done.
The way we're going to bet that fight, everybody, the way I think, which... In most fight situations, depending on how sloppy it's going to be as far as knockouts and finishes, I'm sliding with Jake on that tip, and if I slide with Jake on that, Sandhagen's going to do that flying knee, and he might catch him with it, or he might go out there.
He might do the O-Day. Fucking flying knee to get knocked the fuck out.
Dude, Chito fucking sucks, dude. Chito was landed half the strikes that Rob Font landed. Chito was getting beaten by Frankie Edgar at 98 years old. Chito was losing. If it was a 3-round fight, if there was a co-main event of a pay-per-view, fucking Dominic Cruz beat the shit out of Chito Vera. Chito Vera has power, and that's the end of that story. That's all Chito Vera has is power.
Who's prime other than Corey that people fought? He's talking about the only person he's fought as prime is Yadong. I did like Yadong in that fight, but he got basically Korean zombie. You know what I mean? He got
but and Corey looked awesome.
I thought you went to pee all this. All of a sudden you started talking. That scared the shit out of me.
All right, Jacob, take the floor. Take the floor on the aspect that we think that Cody's going to actually may pull off the finish and how much that plus odds is going to be and fun to bet on.
Who, Chito?
No, fucking Cody. I do agree Cody can knock him out, but me and my boy, the reason why we even started that conversation,
Cody,
is because
Cody who?
Sandhagen.
Corey.
Well, Corey. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cody.
I was like, what the fuck is a Cody? I was like, Cody Durden. I'm like, when the fuck is he fighting again?
No, Corey.
I got it.
Yeah. But the shit that kills me is that we started that conversation based upon who has the actual tactical flying knee and who just throws it up too much and gets caught. Because Charles, he feigns it, and that's how he got clipped by Islam. He feigned it in a lot of his other fights. I'm pretty sure those are other fights he got clipped on. Cody, I think, is really nice with. I've seen him do it like.
Yeah, because Charles wants to throw the flying knee to kind of get to that Muay Thai clinch, and then that's where he's kind of comfortable with that Muay Thai clinch. So he kind of does it to try to get inside where Corey throws it to fucking kill somebody.
Yeah, to fucking die, like just fall out.
He's in and out with it. And he's so fast. He's not in that big a danger with it too. The difference is Chito is a lot taller than the people he faces. So a lot of times when Corey throws that flying knee, he throws it so high that he's so high that you can't, these little bantamweights literally can't fucking touch him. But, Chito is kind of a long dude in himself, so maybe he thinks he can throw it and stay out of range, and then all of a sudden Chito is right there. I think
anybody. I think it's going to be how both of their fights either fight. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to dominate, or there's going to be, slight advantage on one way, and then somebody just knocks out, which could be in the favor of Chito. I don't dislike either way of their fighting style. I think obviously, Sandhagen has the power advantage, and if he hits one of them knees, it's over with.
Yeah, and somebody said like who has Corey fought besides Song Yadong, and that was. I mean, he lost to Piotr Jan. He lost to TJ Dillashaw, which
a lot of people think he beat TJ.
Sure, but that was a close fight. He beats Frankie Edgar, right? I mean, Frankie Edgar, we saw what he was. We got Marlon Moraes, who everyone can knock out. Maybe not at that point, but now everyone's Marlon. Then he lost to Aljo, and before that, I mean, he has a win against Rafael Sunsao. But then before that, I guess he's got Mario Batista 2 or 3 years ago, which kind of set Mario Batista on the path he's on. But he wasn't the same type of fighter, and then it's like not very many people.
Okay, so let's go through Chito Vera's incredible wins. Honestly, these actually
I mean, those are pretty good wins. Yeah, let's go.
These are impressive wins, but if you eliminate the context of he was losing the fight before landing, Dominic Cruz if it was a 3-round fight, lost. Rob Font, he landed half of everything, but did way more damage. That's a legitimate win. Take it. Frankie Edgar, 3-round fight. He landed a minute and 10 seconds left. He landed that kick. Otherwise, probably loses that fight. Davey Grant, hey, congratulations. He fought Jose Aldo. Smoked. Sean O'Malley, the weird leg kick. Song Yadong beat his ass.
Yeah.
Before that, who did he beat? Andre Uhl. Congratulations.
Guido Canetti. Brian Kelleher.
Kelleher. Okay. With an armbar.
Cesar Milan.
He beat Cesar Milan.
Roll back to the Edgar, you know what I'm saying? Who's the guy he last fought that I saw? Chris?
Gutierrez?
Yeah, Chris Gutierrez.
Where is he? What is he getting ready to do? He's nasty. I can't wait to see him fight.
Chris Gutierrez has some very solid striking for sure. Like, he's a legit threat.
Guapo.
Crazy.
No, Chris Gutierrez is legit.
His losses are to Timur Valiev, Hani Barcelos, and then Jared Sanders.
He's only losing to people taking him down, essentially, is what's happening. Those are the only people he's losing to. And in the UFC, his only loss is to Hani Barcelos in the Ultimate Fighter 28 finale. And Hani Barcelos is legit good. He beat Jimmy Flick, who, is coming back from retirement against Charles Johnson. But oh well.
Yeah, I do like some of the comments about like Chito, being able to be better at range and just being able to stay away from shit like that. As far as the knee, when you were gone, we were the reason why I sidetracked that. Oh my god,
it's fucking Jacob being Jacob.
I was doing the game over. You say you never heard this song?
Hey.
Angel says he's never heard that song in his life.
No.
What a terrible fucking... I don't know where you grew up.
The flying knee conversation came up with, there's so many fighters that throw it and just throw it because they can, and there's there's only a few fighters like Sandhagen that are so precise with it.
Sandhagen has gotten it more than once. He's done some real damage with it. I broke down that fight. It's on the Pix Nation channel. I just feel like I love watching Chito Vera fight. Genuinely, even if I pick against him, his fights are very entertaining because he's always live. Mm-hmm. But betting against a guy who gets hit more than he hits other people and relies only on his power is just not something I can do. Sandhagen is the toughest opponent. He's not old like Dominic Cruz, like Frankie Edgar. He's not, he's not anything like the people that Chito has beaten. Sandhagen is tough. He can strike. He can grapple. He's never going to quit. So I like Sandhagen to win that fight for sure.
Big sprinkle probably on that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of sprinkles on that one. But the one I like the most is, depending on how much tension builds up on the fight, depending on how they interact with each other on the weigh-ins and stuff like that. If it's spicy, under half a round, I'm definitely on that. Like, well, okay, let's just get right to it. Somebody's just gonna get right to it. I want to put somebody out right away in clean fashion. This is a good name on either side to win. That's a good notch on the belt. It probably looks gonna be better for Sandhagen to take him out, but you know what I mean. Same fashion. Like
they both
calling out Chito, saying that he's gonna win, and let's go.
They're both honestly the best thing that could happen is Chito wins. I think Sandhagen wins, but the best thing for the division is Chito wins.
Yeah, exactly.
And then somehow Sean O'Malley wins, and then we get to see Chito, Sean O'Malley too. That's the best thing that can happen for the division. As far as like views and all that shit is concerned, for sure. I don't think it will happen, but that's the best thing that could happen.
I love everything about Sean O'Malley's personality. I'm 50-50 on what he's going to do between the next few fights to be able to, just step it up a next notch to really just set it off that he is who he is. Because I love his personality. He's a stud.
I think most of us, Jacob included, who bet on Sean O'Malley and won money on him in his last fight, I think we all agree Sean is so much tougher than we thought he was.
Exactly.
But lost his last fight. Jacob, you agree with that?
Yeah.
You made money on it, but yeah, okay, he thumbs up. He lost that fight, but he's so much tougher than we thought he was. Like, he was shockingly tough in that fight.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I would like to see Sean versus Chito too. Now that we know Sean's not like soft, let's see him versus Chito.
Because we always look at the fight from a standpoint when I watch it back. Jan did a lot of different things that O'Malley didn't do, but in my honest opinion, I think Jan held back ever so slightly just because he was aware of how tough he was. You know what I mean? I don't think there was enough times where he especially when the takedowns happen, you're not trying to finish him there. Like, he's much smaller than you. You're supposed to be the dominant guy. Everybody that was a Jan fan slammed him inside the distance, slammed him this way.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And it's like, why didn't you go for more of that? You know what I mean? So, he either respected him too much or the kid's actually tough, and I say flip a coin on how much better he gets in between his next fight.
Listen, I hear you. I think you and I are aligned much more than Jacob and I. It's we're 3 hours into the stream. I'm probably going to wrap this up and go to bed. Do you have any last words for us? And I appreciate you calling in for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably going to be in Vegas for the Imavov thing. I hate to, I'm not paying.
Oh, Jacob will too.
Yeah, I'm probably will. I haven't booked it yet, but it's looking real nice. 65 degrees weather, you know what I'm saying?
Women.
I'll take that.
Well, Jacob's not attending the event. Or maybe.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything, but I'll be around. I want to go check out that circle place and see what that's like.
Well, Jacob's gonna be there, so you guys figure that out. Bump into each other. You'll see him. He's red. His legs are much shorter than you think they are on camera. Big scar on his face because he's allergic to the sun. But that'll be Jacob. If you see him, say hi for sure.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I'm definitely be out there. It's gonna be a blast if I do end up going. What are the locks? I mean, we already got stuff that I've seen, but I don't know a lot of those fighters on that card. I'm not even gonna lie.
There's definitely some really good spots on that card for betting. Bet Javit through the roof. Listen, I love Kelvin Gastelum more than most people should. He's not going to win that fight. There's definitely a couple of good spots. We lost Shakramanov, which sucks.
Oh,
but
yeah,
there's some good spots on that card for sure.
Bro, if
Charles Johnson, good spot.
People could slide their neck into their own shoulders, people duck and shock. Bro, like he's ready to hurt anybody. Why?
Oh, he's gonna kick the shit. Jeff Neal, undisclosed injury. Get the fuck out of here. If it was a real injury, you'd say what it was. If it was
a nice smooth win over an undefeated, Russian that looks like he's Chinese, that is gonna kill him.
It was such bullshit. Oh, I'm gonna beat this guy, and then 3 days later, undisclosed. If it was a real injury, you would say exactly what it was and post a picture. Undisclosed injury means you looked at it and were like, yeah, I'm not winning this fight. And then you backed out. I don't think Jeff Neal had a shot in that fight, and I think Jeff Neal sort of did what he wasn't supposed to. Oh, we lost him. Probably bad internet. Well, thanks, Vicious, for calling in. Second time, 2 out of 3 call-in shows from Vicious. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody who joined us online. We have more topics to talk about, but we'll get to them next time. Anyway, anybody looking to make a quick $50, weonpicks.com/bets. The only thing you need to do is that motherfucker left. The only thing you need to do is sign up using our link, make a deposit. We'll send you $50 as a thank you. That's weonpicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit. We will send you $50. And don't forget, become a premium member. It's easy to say, well, you don't have fights for a week and a half, whatever. This is when it matters. We already have the premium parlay up. We already have a couple of money line bets up. In a minute, those prop bets drop. We're going to attack those. Guys, thank you so much for hopping on. And I know the more of these that we do, the more comfortable you will get calling in. So first call-in show, we had like 5 people call in, something like that. Last call-in show, nobody. This call-in show, Vicious, that's his second time. We'll get this cadence going. We will build some regulars, and we appreciate every single one of you, whether you're a premium member or not. You don't need to pay for appreciation. We appreciate all of you for watching, commenting, doing all the things. Thank you so much. I'll try to drink a little bit less next time, but the break is pretty much over. We got fights not this weekend, but next weekend. WeOnPicks.com will give you everything you have ever needed. Thanks for the watch. And this is me looking down trying to find end.